Go for it.
Okay, so for 1,000 Rocket League credits, we got Gotcha Peter for the winner of it.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Esports College and Career Pathways we are dedicated to helping gamers, players really improve their game, whether at the collegiate level like we are today or as a career.
So go to your buddy and be like, hey, I got paid to play video game and get good grades. What did you get money for?
We really want to give a foundation for gamers to come in, express themselves in their own way, give them a competitive base setting, and provide them with the equipment necessary to, thrive in that competitive setting.
We looked at the resources that are available, and even yesterday I was talking to parents and players, and they didn't even know there were varsity teams at the college level, let alone that there's scholarships. So we took upon ourselves that we really want to put together these combines, not just like Rocket League we're doing now, but we're doing League of Legends in 2 weeks. And beyond that, we're probably going to do Fortnite to really give resources and a recruitment tool for the colleges, but really to get these players in front of the right people at the right time.
I can picture what you're thinking of. My imagination's not enough. Oh, no, it's not safe to say what you're always looking for. Hey, someone to make you feel like. Don't wanna think of all the who's that you can pick and choose for. Ooh, oh, you're in cruise control. Don't wanna think of all the rules that you can pick and choose. I wanna make you feel like cover to the top. You talk about us like you want it. Talking like, ooh, we in our stage. You don't seem to know, ooh, oh, you're in cruise control. You lift me off of the ground. I close my eyes and I wait for the come down. I used to live in the now. Now I'm wiser to think that we are bulletproof teens with thicker skin.
Delicious.
Triple kill! Boo Boo taking it out. Oh my god! Boo Boo with the 3K clutch at the end there. Being the double spray transfer. Oh my god. Very low health. But let's see here. Cold Cutie is also very low on health. Zap holding it, going in. Yes, pocket.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Golden Coast Invitational, sponsored by Esports College and Career Pathways and Red Bull Gaming. I'm Kanashi and we got some great Valorant action for you guys coming from schools all over North America. Today we will be heading into the finals and playoffs, so I'm really excited for what we have in store today. Once again, we are sponsored by Esports College and Career Pathways. They support the collegiate esports community, and this invitational is just an example.
Hello everybody. Slight technical difficulties, but don't you worry, that is not going to be the case for the rest of the stream. We've got you covered. And anyway, this is brought to you in part by Esports College and Career Pathways. And not only are they helping out this stream, but they also help out with esports all over collegiate America. And they sponsor many different college collegiate programs, including the ones listed on this document that I don't have access to. Here we are. They support the collegiate esports community, and this invitational is only one way of many of how they help college esports programs and players. They also sponsor The Hive, which supports women's colleges across the US. And for more information, please follow them on social media and their website, esportsccp.gg. So today we have a great match for you. To start off these finals, we have Simon Fraser University as they face 4 colleges coming to compete from all over North America. Now, only 8 teams stand, and the best of the best from this tournament are finally going head-to-head to see who will become the Golden Coast Invitational champions. These schools aren't just here for the bragging rights and competition. First place will go home with $1,000 and the title of Golden Coast Invitational champions. Second place will go home with $500, and third will take $250. We have a great show for you guys, so let's hone in on today's match between Simon Fraser University and Oregon State University. SFU Esports finished at the top of the Central Mountain West with a record of 14-1, and we've had Simon Fraser on stream before on week 4 as they took a win over Ryerson, and we are looking to move into the semifinals. Now for their opponents, OSU Esports completed their bracket in second place in the Pacific NorCal division, and Oregon finished with a record of 14-1, and we've seen this team in week 1 as they faced off against UC Davis Gold. And now we'll have the best of the best as they'll be facing off for a slot in tomorrow's semifinals. And to bring us the best action are the best of the best in collegiate casting. Oh, Kanashi wrote this. Thank you so much. That's going to be me and Brody.
Oh, dude, I think I've been drunk so hard not to laugh. That was unfortunate for Kanashi, but mildly entertaining. Way to pick that back up. Yeah, you're right. The best of the best quarterfinals today. OSU versus SFU. We've seen both of these teams, and I'm excited to see them again at the basically the end of the road. So this is do or die for everyone. So I want to see everyone at the best. I want to see the best Valorant we've seen so far. I don't care if it's the number 1 seed versus the 8 seed or whatever it is, but it needs to be the absolute best, and that's what I'm excited for today. Artie, how about you?
I'm super excited. I remember watching both of these teams, and Kanashi, so sorry for that unfortunate timing for the stream to fail on you.
It's all good. I'm used to being timed quite often in my Valorant games anyways, so what is it like to be on the other receiving side when it comes to production? We're going to find out today. But honestly, yeah, we've seen these two teams before. Simon Fraser did really well against Ryerson in week 4. We saw them face off, and those two are the top 2 in the Central Mountain West division now. So both of them are, literally neck and neck. Ryerson today will be facing off against San Jose State Blue. So we'll see how that plays out throughout the course of the bracket. Meanwhile, Oregon State, the one match that we sadly got to see them play was against UC Davis Gold, and it was their only loss. The only thing is, Davis Gold, we were discussing it, in terms of, the bracketing. They missed this cutoff by 3 rounds. So it's very, very close, but they edged them out by that much. So it's going to be really interesting to see how OSU plays this out.
Absolutely. This is going to be at super neck and neck today. And I do believe that this is the first match of the finals as it stands overall. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be jumping into it. Kanashi, thank you so much. I apologize for stealing your thunder. And let's go
you
ahead.
got to dress up all nice just for that one, Kanashi. Put your bow tie on. You were so ready.
At least the bow tie was in frame when it froze,
That is true. Looks like map 1 of this best of 3 is we're gonna be hitting up Ascent here.
And yeah, it looks like for Ascent, we've talked about this before. Sova is a necessity, and we've seen teams play around with their Killjoy or Cypher picks here, but it looks like both these teams are going to be falling into the Cypher pick here. So we're going to be seeing on the attacking side of things, we're going to be watching out for this Sova, Cypher, Jet play on I think actually on both teams there, and it's just going to be up to the duelist and controller pick, or perhaps on the defending side maybe they're going to be picking up a second initiator. However, you are going to really want those smokes, so I think we are going to be seeing pretty much the same setup across both teams here, with the only difference being the duelist of the Phoenix and the Reyna.
I'm kind of excited to not see Killjoy, I'm not going to lie to you. I think we're probably in for a much better game without her. I mean, she's definitely very useful, but to me. You know, this is super high level. I want to see, you know, less of the utility clearing and more of the gunfights. So I'm kind of happy to not really see a Killjoy in this one.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there. And we're going to be checking this out. So Kanashi has given us this nice, wonderful setup, and I just feel so bad for taking it. I wish he could be here with us. But Brody, could you go ahead and let us know who is starting on defense, who's starting on attack?
Well, just looking here, I believe that OSU is starting on attack here. And yeah, OSU is starting on attack here with, you know, Rio, Dragonfly, Neon Series, Custard, and then the team led by the Radiant Yasa, aka SFU, is starting on defense here. So
what should we expect from both these teams here, especially as we get started onto this first round here on what is, you know, honestly, Ascent? We've seen it go both ways, both attacking side and defending side.
I honestly don't really have much for you. I think that we'll probably see a lot of mid control like here, and just a lot of both-sided aggression trying to take map control. Already all the way up into the market area though on this pistol round is the attack. This is the map control that I was just trying to outline. Is that this is going to be crucial for winning these rounds. Is controlling the map, causing the paranoia. Looks like they're going to even switch it back up and not even head towards this B site. Oh, that's a nice readjustment from Neon. Right into the catwalk.
Yeah, and we are seeing the team fall in right here. We are going to be seeing the attacking team fall right into the A site here as the rest of Simon Fraser tries to go into the back. It's going to be down to the 5v3 situation right now. And let's see what's going to happen as the rest of Simon Fraser falls into back site. And they're going to be trying to take from heaven right now. However, with two OSU players playing from hell, they're going to have a hard time pushing in right now. And, oh, Neon going to be picking up a 3K. Neon with a 4K. And we are going to be seeing Rayo pick up the last kill there. And OSU going to be winning with also that extra plant money.
Yeah, great start from OSU there. That was a pretty clean A tank. They grabbed their mid control, got the first fight towards mid. I'm pretty sure Neon won that one on the jet. Good stuff from him. They caused a bit of paranoia, looking like they were going to go be through the market, and they just ended up, you know, full executing towards the A. Nice split from Cat and from the front side of A there. Good pick off again from Neon, I think, towards the catwalk, and then he had a nice backstab too. That was all off the back of Neon, really, on that pistol with the good map control. But OSU as a team looking quite prepared, which is something important to see in these early rounds. Looks like they're going to set up towards this A bomb site once again. We finally get some visual back, dashing on in. They already have them locked out of the site. The spike's going to go down quite early, only after 2 picks have gone, but they're trying to fight back to this cat control. Series with another pick, looking to drag their team back into this as they lost the first 2 gunfights. Neon clearing out 2 towards the catwalk. The upgraded guns proving they are quite a lot more powerful as they're going to win this one, as the 5v3 turns into a 3v0 at the end of it. Good stuff from OSU to bring the second round to them, not losing that anti-eco. Good stuff from them to bring this up 2-0.
Absolutely. Sorry about that, but let's go ahead. Yeah, that was actually pretty great plays by OSU. We can see them really knowing how to play A site, kind of to their advantage here. Simon Fraser going to be kind of reeling back. We're seeing only Yasa and Uga Booga picking up kills here, and really the entirety of OSU's kills are on Neon, who is right now carrying with 7 kills and 0 deaths. You absolutely love to see it. Now we're going to be seeing Tubular playing from our favorite sofa spot here on B, but I don't think that information arrow is going to be revealing too much of anything here. However, oh, it did actually end up revealing the jet, but let's see if they're going to be able to play on it. As OSU, I think right now, they're just going for picks. It looks like Uga Booga, though, is going to be sitting very pretty right here. Could be finding himself a kill here, but no, Custard going to be taking out Uga Booga right there as the smoke dissipates here. Tubular going to be going down to Neon as well. Simon Fraser already down to only 3 players. Let's see what's going to happen. Water Joby going to be able to take out Neon. That's a pretty big pickup here. Let's see how he's going to be able to pull this off. Nice Cypher utilization of the utility there by Cypher with his cage. Link is going to be going down as Rio picks up. It's going to be a 2v4 right now. Yasa and Water Joby carrying Simon Fraser right now. Let's see if they're going to be able to do this now. Omen and Sova on OSU have a massive health deficit right here. Let's see what's going to happen. We see that Omen blind go. It's not going to be finding anything. That shock dart, Water Joby going to be dodging it, but unfortunately he's going to be going in that 1v2 situation. He is going to go down. Rio and Dragonfly going to be getting those last 2 kills there. Simon Fraser, they're getting locked out here.
I think the issue there is we've had 2 kind of defensive force-ups here, but we're finally going to see the guns come out on the defense. I think maybe a full safe second round would maybe stop the 3-0 from happening so early, but instead, you know, that's what's going to happen. I think the attackers, because of their success so far, are going to go for the bonus round and stick on these Spectres and Stingers, trying to grab another one. If they can grab their 4th round to go up 4-0 off the back of a bonus round here, this is going to spell disaster on map 1 for Simon Fraser.
Absolutely, and especially as we're going to be watching this next round come up, we are seeing Simon Fraser change up their tactics a little bit here. They're holding these angles a little bit more aggressively. Look at this. Series has no idea that Reyna made it all the way out to the side there, and I don't think Neon knows either. There are 3 enemies in this triangle right here. What is happening? We're watching the staring contest right now as everybody's just waiting for the right time to strike here. This is so interesting to watch. We're seeing Reyna peek out her gun there. They are going to be seeing Water Joby, Ooga Booga peek out at the same time. They're going to be able to pick up 3 kills there. Water Joby picking up a 4th as well. We are going to be seeing just down to Dragonfly. Is Water Joby going to be picking up a 4K right here? Let's see. Dragonfly doing a lot of damage there with that Singer, but let's see. Unfortunately, Yasa is going to be able to pick him up there, and that was a flawless round for Simon Fraser. I didn't expect to see Simon Fraser pull out a flawless on their way up.
That was a great defensive setup there, like you were outlining. Good change of tactics. I mean, the Reyna got all the way into wine, and then they had no clue. So it was all about the timing on that off the utility from Ooga Booga. Good flash in to allow the Reyna to peek out and grab those kills. And they really locked down it afterward. They had so much utility there to lock down that position. I think the gamble was obviously that they would be going A, and it pays off, and they get a flawless. Like you said, no guns taken off. The economy is a bit bolstered from that, and the bonus round was not successful. As Water Joby switching back over to the B-bomb site, trying to get another cheeky angle again. This could pay dividends once again as he goes unchecked. That's a quick pick from Water Joby to grab the opener in this gun round.
You're exactly right here, and honestly, starting off with a 4v4 here is just a massive improvement for Simon Fraser, especially given the fact that they were able to take out OSU's Cypher, and that is going to be changing up things here. Ooga Booga putting himself in a very good place here, but as that door closes, we are going to be seeing, you know, actually, Phoenix was able to walk out of that and actually give himself a nice little gap where Ooga Booga could not shoot him, but as the rest of OSU is falling into A site right now, let's see what's going to happen as that bomb goes down. Rayo going to be able to get that plant down here, and we're going to just be watching as the rest of Simon Fraser figures out how they're going to be attacking this. Siri is going to be going in here. He is going to be able to pick up 1 with his ult, and now back on the site, Sova protecting him right there with a body block. Sirius knows there's going to be 1 on the other side there. Ooga Booga picking up Neon here. Let's see what's going to happen. Sirius taking out Ooga Booga. Going to be down to the 1v3 right now, and unfortunately, Tubular not going to be able to do it as Sirius picks up a 3K. Absolutely nice. Incredible.
Nice shots from Sirius in that round and that attack. The A site's been kind of their ace in the hole so far, as they've been able to take it on every time they've gotten that spike down. Good stuff. Once again, I think the post plants were a little bit scuffed there, but luckily they had enough firepower to keep themselves in that site. Good shots were hit all around from OSU as they go up 4-1. Their attacking is looking quite powerful so far. But, I mean, I think the key for Simon Fraser going forward is to be able to lock down this A site. They have the Cypher utility and the Omen flashes to back it up, so hopefully, as they shift some players around, they'll be able to keep it a lot more safe in the future.
Absolutely, and oh man, I love it. Look at what we're seeing. It's the Sova B site Odin. That is the play right there. I absolutely love seeing that, and unfortunately, you know, Simon Fraser, they actually really could have used that pickup there, but it looks like it just wasn't going to happen today. Neon gonna be waiting here. Almost looked like he's wall hacking there, but that's just really just shows off how good his game sense is. We are gonna be seeing Sova throw up that drone here, and let's see what's gonna happen as he brings it out. Tubular Tubular going to be seeing what he can find with that drone. Is going to get sniped out there. And Simon Fraser really just going to be trying to lock down the site here. They're not going too aggressive with their defense right now. And OSU really taking their time. Dragonfly going to be leading the charge in. He gets revealed by that recon bolt, and that's going to be leading Sova to do his thing. Going to be actually taking down Cypher to just 60 HP here, but Tubular himself getting wallbanged with that op down to 75 HP. Let's see what's going to happen right now as he waits for the entirety of OSU to come in. Does he know what is waiting for him on the other side of this corner here? And as Cypher gets him out with the oh no, Cypher gets him out of the cage. Tubular gonna be going down to Rayo's ult here. Custer gonna be taking out Ooga Booga. It's gonna be just going down to the 1v4 right now. Let's see who's gonna have a series, picking up a nice 2k. It's just up to Yasa, who's by himself on A, picking up that utility so he doesn't have to spend it. He knows he's gonna have to save that money for the next round here, and I think that that's what he's gonna be doing here. We were talking about that before with the economy and the fact that he is a little bit low, but yeah, honestly, I think that you know, saving is the way to go right now.
Definitely. I mean, you don't have too much to really get in this round. You just need to save over that Phantom and try your best in the next one. I think, once again, I was harping on how the A site's kind of been their ace in the hole so far, but they prove right there that both of their sites are very, very well planned for the executes, and using that Sova ult was definitely important. They got all the information they needed. And I thought they were playing with fire a little bit, trying to walk into that Odin spray, but Dragonfly was doing his best to dodge and never really got hit by it. So, best case scenario from the OSU Beavers here as they go up 5-1, looking quite strong on their attacking side so far. Let's just see how the second half of this first half goes. I guess the second quarter.
The second quarter. Yes, honestly, that just makes more sense, you know, the second half of the first half, and, you know, then we've also got, this is the first half of the second half of the first half, so, you know, you can divide it however many times you want.
Don't complicate it too much, you know.
At the end of the day, we're just clicking heads and or not clicking heads, and that's kind of, you know, why we're all here today. Some are here to watch the heads get clicked, some are here to get their heads clicked, and well, some are here to click heads. But let's see if that's actually going to be happening here. We are going to be seeing a rather deep defense right now. Looking at Simon Fraser's Omen and Reyna placement right now, that is actually going to be, you know, pretty interesting to see as the entirety of OSU decides to not go up through Catwalk here. Kind of detrimental to their playstyle right now, but let's see if Simon Fraser is going to be able to pull this off right now. Custard is going to be able to take out Link, which is an unfortunate pickup there. We see OSU, we see that Phoenix using his ult there, and he is going to be not able to pick up a kill with that ult, but he is able to get a little bit of information. Neon dropping down to just 5 HP. That was almost such a powerful pickup for Simon Fraser. Wasn't able to do it completely though. Rayo is going to be able to take out Ooga Booga, and Series takes out Water Joby as well. The Odins! Let's see what's
creating a wall of bullets that you cannot pass there.
Absolutely. It's just so unfortunate to see that. And Custard going to be doing what he can here, and he is going to be able to take out Tubular once again down to Yasa. Let's see if Yasa is going to be able to do this, or if he's going to be going for that save here. I think he is just going to be walking away with that Phantom, and that is all that we could... well, that's all that he could do right now, you know, in that situation. OSU just really showing their prowess and map control right now. What do you think is the only thing holding Simon Fraser back right now?
I think the money has been rough for them so far. They've had pretty much the same amount of full buys as they have. I think they've actually had less full buys than they have had. These weird half buys and ecos that they've had to take. And I think the thing that is stopping them from really getting into this game is not more of their playstyle, but I think OSU's been great at meticulously gaining information and knowing which sites to attack off the back of that information. Dragonfly, you might have caught it, but he may be bottom on the scoreboard. He is #1 in the brain game right now. Him throwing his utility behind there, thinking, hey, we're not seeing anybody on the A site. They must be stacked somewhere else flanking. And that's what they were able to do, is before they even executed that A site, they were able to clear out the flanks because of that utility. So far, OSU's meticulous playstyle has been kind of the #1 thing holding SFU back. Is maybe SFU should get more aggressive. That could possibly be a thing to ramp up the amount of rounds they're going to get on this defense, because right now it's not looking too great.
Damn, that actually that actually really makes a lot of sense here. And yeah, we are seeing, you know, OSU, they're playing off of, you know, that kind of ideology, which you really only get at the higher skill levels of, you know, when you're looking for information, any lack of information is still information, because that just means that there aren't players there. And a negative space is still, you know, a sign of positive space. We are going to be watching now OSU falling into sight here. They know what to expect already. We see Custard taking out Tubular. Yasa is actually going to be able to trade it right back out, but Neon is also just going to be right there to make sure that that is the only kill that they're going to be able to pick up here. As they get the bomb down on B site this time, Simon Fraser has yet to fully rotate out Series with a nasty headshot on Link right there. And that crosshair too, just showing him that, you know, he knows exactly where those bullets go, regardless of how tight his crosshair needs to be. Rio going to be leading out over here with the op. Let's see if he's going to be able to find one. He's not going to be going for this peek here. You know, I think the rest of his team was like, hey, don't get too greedy here. And yeah, Simon Fraser, once again, they're just going for the saves here. That is the only thing they can do.
Another round where they've just been absolutely decimated through a site. The holds are not coming through right now for the Simon Fraser defense. And it's been B and A, it's been A, it's been B from Market, it's been B from Halls, it's been A from Cat, it's been A from Halls. I mean, it's coming from everywhere right now, and the defense just aren't in the right spots with the right utility to stop this train from hitting them every time from OSU. I mean, granted, they have been hitting their shots. Series and Neon have been absolutely disgusting with these Vandals so far in this first half, but at a point you can attribute to just clicking heads. You can attribute to how you're setting up yourself for, you know, taking these executes.
Yeah, and I'm just, you know, I feel so bad for Simon Fraser right now. You know, they haven't really been able to get a full eco yet. They had, every time they get really close, they still have, you know, 1 or 2 guns that are still not, you know, not that great. But let's see how this is going to be able to come off here. Oh my god, off the bat, Neon taking out Tubular, Ooga Booga taking out Neon. What? That was such a fast push on the B side here. We are seeing Rio take out Link here, and that's once again putting Simon Fraser in such a bad spot right now. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooga Booga going to be narrowly avoiding death there. Water Joby and Ooga Booga both going to be able to pick up a kill here. And let's see, that actually changes the tides of battle right now, especially as we're going to be watching as just Simon Fraser with 3 players, OSU with 2, but OSU has 2 very powerful players on there. Simon Fraser, you know, they do have all of their power players here, but they're missing a lot of their support system. They are missing, you know, that information coming from Sova, and, you know, OSU, they still have the spike. That being said, Simon Fraser, if they don't allocate their players properly right now, they could be setting themselves up for defeat.
You say that, but they're spread out in perfect positions to receive wherever this goes. Hopefully they grab the information and are able to, you know, preserve their current 1-man advantage left before the site is taken. They hear the spike going down, so they're going to all group up most likely and take this 3v2 retake as it comes. Trying to set up for the post plants is Custard and the Sova on the side of OSU, closing the door. Trying to keep all this utility out from the site, trying to reveal where they're playing the post plants. Rio has the op towards that A. Hall's position.
Deploying drone.
He will take first contact here. Nope. The smoke goes down. He's going to pop his information drone, knowing there's one on Cat. Custard picks off 2 instantly. The 1v3 inside of the side from Custard. Doesn't even need his teammate blocked behind the smoke. That's fantastic stuff from Custard to bring this to an 8-1 scoreline.
Even with the man advantage, Custard does not care. Custard just taking out the 1v3 right there. Oh my god.
That was pretty disgusting.
And, you know,
I thought for once, I was like, they're making me look like I knew what I was talking about. They were being aggressive, and they got the picks early, but Custard's going to make me eat my words with that one. Good stuff from him within the site, and the economy is absolutely shattered. This looks like it's going to be another round for OSU. I don't know what they can do to stop him at this point. They're so on today.
Absolutely, and one of the most important things right now is seeing the fact that, you know, we're really missing a lot right now from Tubular, and you know, we've got 3 members of OSU almost at, the double digits here. We got one member in the double digits, but, we're missing a lot from Simon Fraser right now. Series is going to be able to pick up Ooga Booga here. He goes down to just 3 HP. He is able to heal up there. That was almost a really big pickup for Simon Fraser. Yasa is going to be able to take out Custer here. Let's see what's going to happen as he falls out onto the site here. Series going to be doing what he can with his 13 HP. He is going to be in his ult, it looks like, but he is going to be able to pick up a kill here. Let's see what's going to happen. Simon Fraser down to only 2 members right now. Link taking out Rio here. We are going to be seeing Tubular utilize his ult. He is going to be missing the mark just a little bit here. His aim just a little bit off the side there. Dragonfly is going to be able to get a plant out there, as unfortunately we see Jet decide not to push onto the site here. Let's see what Link is going to be able to do. He does have to reload to get through this door, but it's going to be the 2v2 situation right now. Link with a massive health deficit. Let's see if he's going to be able to pull this off right now. Tubular going to be sitting up on the top of heaven right now. Let's watch him use this reveal. Is it going to find them? They are both in hell. He is going to be able to find one through the floor. He's not going to be able to get those shots. Link, it's going to be up to you here, and unfortunately he is going to go down. Series picking up a 3k and now a 4k. Tubular taking out Dragonfly, but Series trading it right back out here. 1-9. It's not looking good for SFU.
That was a lot closer than I expected, but that 2v2 at the end there was even more. And it went down to a 1v1. I think the health was too low for SFU to really get a good retake in there. The Sova tried to do all he could to reveal where the players are, maybe use his ult to stop the plant, but it was too much at the end. OSU Series has just been absolutely on fire so far. A 13-3 scoreline from him. He's hitting everyone, and he doesn't show any signs of stopping as a 1-9. I mean, this is a 3-map series possibly. Oh, it's starting off way too quick. I can't even explain myself. Me and a Dragonfly with the first 2 towards the B-halls. This is bad. Bad news for Simon Fraser.
You're entirely right, though. Series is popping off right now. Dragonfly going to be right here. There's a perfect spot here. Link not even getting his op shot off before Ooga Booga can save his life there. Series going to be able to take out Ooga Booga now. It's just trade after trade. Series just picking up so many kills right now. Look, they see the op on the ground. If that's not a flex, I don't know what is. They see the op on the ground. They don't even need it. Last round of the switch here. Let's see what they're going to be able to pull off right now. Watching as Simon Fraser, everyone's on the board, but man, OSU is just really kicking it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Simon Fraser, you kind of are starting to understand that this map is probably lost. I mean, not to say stop trying, but I think you need to get yourself in the mindset of, like, this is not the only map. We can still come back. Reverse sweep is possible. So start to build up momentum in these last few rounds of this game to try and bring something into map 2.
Absolutely. They really do need to fall in line right now to figure out what they're doing wrong and what they can improve on. Now that they are a little bit more acquainted with OSU's playstyle, it is going to go down to the 4v4 right now as we see Link ulting in mid, unfortunately going to be whiffing those knives. And, well, I think Simon Fraser, they know that it's not really going to be going towards B this time, or at least just yet. We're watching a lot of rotations happen kind of preemptively, but let's see if they have that information, that game sense. That I don't think that their game sense is on par with OSU's, though, because OSU, they kind of know where to be when the time is right. But, Simon Fraser, they are still struggling with that. We do see Yasa trying to carry as hard as he can with, that Cypher utility.
They've tried to use the information to their advantage, but OSU's been playing so calculated in all of their attacking moves that it hasn't, Yasuo doesn't really have that much info, to be fair. I mean, he's gathering all he can, but the A takes are so quick and there's not enough map control for him and his team to work with that.
30
the information is kind of useless. I mean, you know where they are, but you can't stop them.
Cage trigger.
Yeah, you're actually entirely right. Look at that. It's the opposite of Caster's Curse. Caster called it right now. We really do see them coming in and clearing, and, Yasa had that info, but, well, it wasn't really worth much. Now we see, okay, well, yep, they're on A site. Yep, they planted on A site. Now it's going to be up to what Simon Fraser is going to be able to do. We are going to be seeing Reyna ult here. We are going to be seeing Cypher and Jet both have their ults still active, but, if they are going to be able to use them to their fullest extent here, which they are not, Water Jovi is going to be going down here. Tubular going to be getting a kill, but Custard and Series going to be cleaning up the score right now, bringing us to 1-11 as we fall into the second half.
Switching sides.
I mean, there's a lot we can probably harp on about Simon Fraser, but just like little things here and there. But I think the 4-man cat retake, or 4-man heaven retake, I should say, is a bit interesting as the last gun round in that half. I think they really are, kind of thinking about next map at this point. I don't know if you'd really go for the 4-man heaven retake in a 4v4, gun round. If it was a a normal circumstance, but a 10-1 scoreline, I kind of understand. You're kind of just like, I don't know. You're at that point. What's gonna work?
Brody, when
really...
was the last time series died?
Against UC Davis week 1 maybe. I don't know. He's just farming right now. This man's Phoenix has been absolute spot on so far. We're gonna see how OSU approaches the defense. That's a nice shot from Link to open up this B bomb site.
Absolutely, Water Joby as well. That's actually a pretty surprising explosion coming out of SFU right now. And let's see what they're gonna be able to pull off right now. We see Custard taking out Ooga Booga, and Link gonna be up at the top right here. Is he gonna be able to get a kill? Yasa is actually gonna be able to get the kill right now. Water Joby gonna be backing up out of the site here. Gonna be down to the 3v2 situation here. Just gonna be up to my boy Series here. Let's see if we're gonna be adding 1 to 3 right here. Water Joby's taking out Dragonfly. It's gonna be up to Series, and Series actually, there we go. Caster's Curse. He did die, and we see SFU decide that they don't want to get completely shut out here. They're adding a point to the scoreboard.
It kind of clicked in my brain. I'm like, why am I surprised they're hitting shots? There's a reason. I mean, SFU was #1 in their division, losing 1 game. I think in my mind it clicked, wow, well, they're getting dominated. They're really not, But they're a really good team, and I just kind of my brain kind of blanked on that for a while. So them hitting shots on that pistol just kind of clicked in my mind. Right, there's a reason why they're here. There's a reason why they're in playoffs. So I don't want to write anybody off, especially in a best of 3. So hopefully they can start to build the momentum towards the second map, and we can see a much more competitive series out of Simon Fraser. They cannot end their season like this. Their second loss being the end of their season, that would be really heartbreaking.
Oh, that would be actually, yeah. When you put it in perspective like that, and I think I think the entire team is woken up here after that first half here. We see Tubular and Ooga Booga really showing off right now, and you're honestly right. If this is the end of them, that would be really unfortunate, given the fact that they didn't lose pretty much at all. Link is really going to be doing what they can. Maybe Simon Fraser is just using this first map as their warm-up. Maybe that's just how confident they are, that they just need, they don't really need to warm up. All they gotta do is play the first map, figure it out, and then they'll go from there. And we're gonna be watching Custard now. Let's see if he can do this 1v3 retake right now. And he is gonna have to defuse, so he doesn't have too much time on his hands, and leaving open no angles. He is gonna be peeking out the corner, taking out Ooga Booga. Gonna be the 1v2. Is he gonna go for it? He has a Bulldog now, and I think it is gonna be worth it. They have that round differential. He can just save it right now. But is he gonna be going for those kills? Is he gonna be going for the refrags? What is going to happen right now? I think that it would be best for him to go for these exit frags. I think his team is telling him that same thing right now. He unfortunately gets revealed right now. Didn't walk fast enough. 2 HP and a dream getting revealed a second time right now. 1 shock dart, all it takes to die here. And yeah, Water Joby's going to take him out. You should have kept that Bulldog.
I think Exodus would have been the better play. I think he got a little bit too greedy. He could have probably sat in halls and watch that wide angle, and they couldn't really exit the side. They would have had to die to the spike or peek into him. So maybe staying in halls would have been the better play. I don't think he needed to save the Bulldog, obviously, because there's round differential. They could build up their economy, but Exodus would have been nice, especially since the attacking side economy is going to be bolstered, especially with only losing... they did lose a couple players there, but, getting the spike down both rounds is important. And so far they're going to have good guns on their side. Not opting for the bonus round. They know that they don't have many rounds left. They need to invest heavily every step of the way here, as they're already going to have the operator onto Link.
Absolutely. Watching right now, Ooga Booga going to be doing what he can. It looks, I thought that there was going to be a fight there for a second, but the Cypher from SFU just decided he was not going to push that corner. And Tubular, we're going to be seeing that B Halls Sova fight right now, I'm hoping. But actually, we're going to be seeing... the defense of SFU pushing really deep into that B hall right now, and watching, it looks like Simon Fraser is just kind of be looking, they're going to be looking for picks, but I think Simon Fraser, they know that they're going to be avoiding that as much as they can, holding these really hard angles right now, and Simon Fraser are going to be hard pressed to find anything before they charge into a site. They are going to need to get trades here and win their gunfights. But it looks like as we see that Omen utility fall into A site right now, this is the time. Ooga Booga going to be leading the charge here. Nice Sova information are going to be revealing Dragonfly. Dragonfly going to be going down here. We are seeing Series take some damage right now. And Custard is going to be able to take out Water Joby right now, bringing this into a 4v4 right now. Left. Link is going to be doing what he can to hold from the back and make sure that nobody can get out of heaven right now. And unfortunately for him, though, he is going to get smoked out right now. And that's the perfect timing there. But Link is going to walk out of the smoke here, find a kill on Neon. Yasa going to be dropping down. Rio going to take him out. Custer going to be taking out Link here. Custer picking up a 3K right now. Rio is going to be doing what he can right now. And unfortunately, he was Tubular was not able to do enough. And Custard here with a 3K and almost getting the defuse as well there. But here we go. 3 and 12. This is bringing OSU right now to match point.
Match point.
Great stuff from OSU, keeping 4 players alive and conceding the bomb site, knowing that they have a chance to retake there. And splitting up from 2Cat to Heaven is kind of what I was trying to harp on SFU for not doing in a defensive round from them, as they have the multiple angles to attack from, putting pressure on the site, putting pressure on, you know, Hell. And so good stuff from them on the retake.
Hunt them down.
To actually keep 3 alive. That was pretty clean from them, a 4v4 turning into a clean 3v0 afterward. This is going to be some early aggression from Neon with the up towards these B halls with a Sova with him to get him some information, help him out.
Absolutely. I hope that for the last part of this map here, we're going to be seeing that, you know, LMG going through, but unfortunately not going to be finding too much. Other than, actually, wait, no, it did find a lot. It found some massive damage on the jet there. But yeah, this is it. Oregon is really going to be sitting pretty right now, and SFU is definitely sweating their butts off right now. Rio is going to be able to find one, and as he gets revealed, he runs away knowing that this could be the end. And honestly, being on match point could change the style of play for SFU. And yeah, we see Neon take out Yasa. That's a massive pickup here. Let's see what's going to happen. Rio gonna be getting that information arrow here. Series picking up a kill as Neon goes down. Water will be picking up Rio. It's gonna be down to the 3v2 right now. Series gonna be doing what it can. He's gonna be whipping these shots. It is down to the wire right now. Series is gonna be able to find the kill with the pistol here as he gets with 3K. Doing down, Ooga Booga is gonna go down to Custard, and SFU is gonna go down OSU, taking the first map. Now that was fast-paced action, and honestly, I was not expecting that you know, far of a round.
I mean, that was a really quick first map. I've kind of said quite a bit throughout the map, so I kind of, because of the previous circumstances at the beginning of the production, I kind of want to get Kanashi in here quickly so he can give us his analysis, since he was cut off so quickly earlier.
Yes, please.
Hopefully I'm not lagging anymore. We're good. So yeah, we'll break down this match. I feel like the one thing that we were discussing, or that I heard throughout the entire game here, is that Oregon had mid control, and that is something that when you look at it, like on paper, you're just like, oh, it's just like, you know, this part of the map. But if you look at it from the way how Ascent is laid out, because Oregon pushed that so quickly, they're either able to switch sides whichever way they want to go, on the fly, essentially. And it gave them so many openings, and just, you know, pretty much setting the tempo for the rest of the first half. When we saw that, you know, Neon started off the series as Jet, pushing the tempo, obviously, like, just, you know, let's rush B, let's take mid quick, let's just do this and that, and they just went really fast. There, they had that, Simon Fraser had that good crossfire setup on round 4, where they had that, like, triangle offense, if you want to call it that, where, you know, we saw the good paranoia into the full spray by Water Joby. That was pretty much like their one, like, consistent good play in the first half. The other ones, they were just, like, slowly getting chipped away. We saw, you know, Odin's. I usually don't see Odin's unless it's on, you know, B site, pushing through the wall, trying to get you that damage. But yeah, we saw a lot of that for some reason. And then on the offensive half, when the sides flipped, Simon Fraser kind of gave them a taste of their own medicine for the first 2 rounds. They're just like, up tempo, we're just gonna go, we're gonna take B, we're gonna make it quick. Don't give them any space, we just take these quick, and that's exactly what they did. But sadly, once guns landed in the hands of Oregon State, of OSU, they really just took over it once again. But yeah, just overall a really good match between the two. Even though it looks really one-sided, it was just, you know, the tale of tempo and mid control. But that is what Ascent does to you. We're going to be moving on. This is a best of 3 series, so, you know, Simon Fraser could put this under under the bridge. Don't even worry about it. Kind of focus on what the next map is, which we don't even know yet. But
it is bind.
It is bind.
We do know.
Okay,
it
it's
is
bind. Okay, so if it's bind, it's probably going into their favor. They might feel a little bit more confident on that map. But once again, the series is up in the air. I am just excited to see, some good high-level Valorant action come out here.
Absolutely. I think that if I remember correctly, we've seen SFU play on bind before, and Brody, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that their control on that map is actually pretty impressive. I think this might be their time to come back.
Yeah, I think we have seen SFU on bind. The only time they have played, I think, was on bind against Ryerson, which was another top team in their division. They did win that, so definitely a map they might be more comfortable on than Ascent. I think a lot of setups was a bit of the issue for them on Ascent, and I think bind, it's a lot more clear cut where you should put your players, especially with only there really being 2 choke points, because there's not really a mid. It's not like you need to go 2-1-2. It's kind of like 3-2. So it might be something more comfortable for SFU, and I think there was a lot to learn about Oregon State from that match, about how they like to approach their attacking side. Obviously, probably a good thing for Oregon State is they didn't reveal much of how they play defense because there wasn't much defense. So Simon Fraser definitely has a chance to get back into this series and take us to a third map. So I'm not sure how the map picks worked, but I mean, you always know if maybe OSU was how the veto worked, I guess. So OSU could have picked Ascent, and that could have been their best map. So SFU might have picked bind, that might be their best map. So there's definitely a chance that this can flip the script and be even a 13-3 the other way around. So
no,
I'm
absolutely
very curious to see how this one will go.
Yeah, especially seeing right now as as OSU is going to be starting on defense. Yeah, like you said, we haven't seen much of their defense style. We are going to be seeing, we have seen a lot of it. We've seen how it is, but on this map in particular, we haven't seen their defense style. It looks like we're going to be seeing a pretty similar layout, though, as far as operator choice goes. We see Water Joby switching up from Reyna to Raze, and pretty much everything else is going to be the exact same as we had last map, just different map. We got teleporters now. We have a significantly less importance of mid, given the fact that mid only leads to B, and we really are going to be seeing a lot more emphasis on that Cypher utility. I think even more so than on the last map, given the fact that the attackers have far less choice of attack. They can really only fall onto sites from either the left or the right. You don't have too much choice outside of that. We are going to be seeing SFU starting with a pretty bog standard split right now. However, Oregon State is going to be pushing all the way from back behind them.
This is huge.
Oh,
this is huge. They have this early information.
But Dragonfly going to be shutting it down from bathroom. He's going to be able to take out a double kill in bathroom right now, shutting down the attack right now. Dragonfly picking up a triple kill as well before Tubular can finish him off. Link is going to be able to take out Custody Series, taking out Tubular. It's going to be down to the 3v1 already. What is happening? SFU, they had such a good plan, but it has just crumbled immediately. Let's see what's happening. Link is going to be able to avoid that by the skin of his teeth right now. He has the advantage right now, as Sova has no idea where he is, but he is going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time here, doing a lot of damage, but isn't going to be quite enough there. And as he now gets flanked on both sides here, let's see what's going to happen. He's just shooting. He's missing through the smoke there, but Rayo isn't. As soon as he heard that shot, he locked on, got the headshot through the Link, and we see Oregon coming right out of the gate, exactly how they were the first time.
That's insane from Dragonfly. I was thinking the linchpin in this whole defensive setup was the flank and all the information they had, but Dragonfly says, oh, okay, I'll just swing. And he kills 2 in bathroom instantly. Their split doesn't even work at that point. It's gone. The split is gone. That's insane from Dragonfly to take out those 2 players. The one thing I did want to say about last map that even proved true in this first round is, I mean, I don't know who it is, but whoever is IGLing and calling for Oregon State has been completely outplaying his opponents here. I don't know how much prep work they put into this, or if they put any, or they're just playing their own game, but the caller for Oregon State, whoever he is, deserves a lot of credit for how they've been running this the first map, and even that round, telling his team to push through the back of B. That was insane.
Absolutely, the IGL is definitely underrepresented right now. Neon doing some massive work there, but unfortunately he's going to get shut down by Tubular there. It is just going to go down to the 3v4 right now, though. Dragonfly going to be taking out Ooga Booga, and we're going to be watching Custard right now, just holding out. He knows that there's going to be one in that side car right there, and let's just see. And these peaks right now, Custard, we're not going to talk about that, don't you worry. Unfortunately for Simon Fraser, though, they are going to be at a massive health deficit and a player deficit right now. So Series is going to get a little bit of damage done to him, but unfortunately he's going to be this is just going to fuel him right now. And as he avoids a massive tank right there of damage, he is going to be able to take out one. I'm sorry, no, he's not going to be able to take out one. Yasa is going to shut him down. Rayo is going to be able to get a double kill, though, and that is going to be changing things up a little bit as he picks up a triple kill onto Link. And every time I think that Simon Fraser finally has something, unfortunately it doesn't go that way.
That's not a horrible round for being on the lesser of the guns there. Picked up a couple kills. Got I think they got OSU sweating there a little bit. Rio, good stuff from him. He's been a great controller so far, kind of taking the map control he wants and making sure he doesn't die. Good stuff from him so far. I think they've been starting a great defense so far from OSU. I'm sorry, my sentence stopped a little bit because I'm confused of what this is. You know, we're looking at the same thing, right? What is
I don't know. I think that I think that we gave them a little bit too much praise there, the IGL for OSU, because we're seeing this quadruple play running into B site, saying, "Hey OSU, don't come this way. We're all here." However, if SFU said, hey, I hear 4 footsteps, rush A, they actually might have had a chance. However,
but they haven't.
They haven't, and we see them actually rotating into mid. What is happening right now? We are going to see it happen, though. Tubular is going to be able to pick up a double kill, though. As Rayo and Series pick up one each. It is going to go down to 3v3 here. The spike is going to go down. Dragonfly going to be able to rush and take out Link here. We are going to be seeing SFU drop down to just 2 players right now as it goes into the 3v2. Oregon going to be picking this up right now. The defense, which is actually going to be holding the spike now from behind. They have flipped the spawns, for lack of a better term, right now. Rayo is going to be doing what he can here with these shock darts. Is it going to be doing some damage? It is. Neon going to be cleaning it up right there, and we're just going to be down. Oh, he dashes through, but Yasa is going to be able to take him out. Rayo going to be doing what he can, and Yasa going to be picking up the double kill right now. Yasa really is doing some work right now, showing off his Radiant skill. It is going to be the Cypher versus Cypher. However, Yasa is going to be at very low HP. Dragon is going to be at full HP. This right now could be it, but Yasa, as he just heard that, Dragonfly is going to be up on A side. He's going to be rotating, getting the spike down here. Left. He was like, I did not know that this was my job today, but here we go. And let's see what's going to happen. 18 HP in a dream. Is he going to be able to take out Dragonfly? He is going to be able to get him out with a headshot there, and that's going to be a clutch from Yasa, finally bringing SFU up onto the scoreboard.
This is where OSU has to take a step back, because the disrespect, I'm not really disrespectful play there, but the kind of confidence play there against a team like Simon Fraser, you can get a 1v3 on you turned that quickly. Yasa is a Radiant player. He's got what it takes to perform at this high of a level, and if you're going to give him that free kill by dashing through the Cypher utility, then he's going to punish you, and he did it there. And I think that's a great turnaround from SFU, and to be put back into this game and to be taken seriously again. So hopefully OSU takes a step back, say, hey, okay, well, we need to make sure we are still playing the great Valorant we played on the last map and not to get too confident.
Absolutely. I've been informed by the studio that Rayo is the IGL here for OSU, and so we see Rayo right now even playing a little bit more conservatively, just like you said. Those confidence plays are going to be, kind of their downfall right now. Yasa going to be doing what he can. He is going to be able to take out Series, which is a massive pickup. He is going to have time to utilize his ult here. Ooga Booga picking up a nice double there. Neon is going to be able to take out Link, but it is now down to the 4v2 right now, and SFU, they woke up. They had their coffee. The caffeine has kicked in. Let's see what's going to happen as we're going to be watching Oregon go for the save, I think, unless they're going to be rotating all the way back around. Let's watch as Dragonfly going to be leading from the back. It looks like he's actually setting up for an exit frag right now, but Ooga is, I think, one step ahead as he's waiting for that head to just peek, waiting for Dragon to get a little bit too curious. And yeah, I think going for exits is going to be the play here for Oregon, but I'm not sure if they're going to find it. SFU is awake.
this is a full invest, so you definitely want to keep these guns. Your economy's gonna. Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh, I literally hate watching when that happens so much. It just makes me like shrivel up. When players get caught off timing that hard, that is so unfortunate for Dragonfly.
You just the reason it hurts me is I've been there.
Yeah, everyone's been there. Everyone.
You hold an angle for 17 minutes, and then the second you turn away to cough, you're just shot in the back of the head, dude.
Dang, that is unfortunate for Dragonfly, but very fortunate. Simon Fraser had a great beat take there, as they're able to find their openers, win their gunfights, and now they have the economy advantage. OSU only rocking a couple upgraded pistols in this one. And I think Simon Fraser most likely knows this, and they'll be trying to play, you know, around this as Water Joby is going to clear out the hookah position. Sirius pops his ult towards mid. He's the only one with the upgraded gun that saved it over from last round, and then Simon Fraser is going to scurry back down towards mid. That was interesting to unspectate Water Joby for a second. He was absolutely gone after he heard that teleporter.
Absolutely incredible. Your Series and Link are going to be getting a nice trade onto each other here. Yasa is going to go down, unfortunately, in that, and so it's going to be down to the 4v3 now as Rayo takes out Water Joby and Ooga Booga takes out Dragonfly, bringing it into a 3v3. It's trade after trade right now, and Neon going to be taking out Link. Let's see if they're going to be able to clap back right now. SFU is going to be in a pretty tight position right now. They have the ability to pull off something good right now, but as we see them rotate on to B site here, let's see if they're going to be able to get this plant on. They are revealed by that dart, but luckily for them, they actually were in a good position to you know, kind of save it and turn it back. Ooga Booga unfortunately missing that. Oh, that's so unfortunate here. Rayo is going to be able to take him out there with just a pistol. Tubular through the wall though, that showing the importance of that recon dart right there. And Custard is going to be getting the defuse, but Tubular, look at this communication. He knows exactly where the bomb was planted. Those shock darts are going to be able to do some work. Unfortunately, he missed the first one. The location dart! What Tubular? That was absolutely incredible!
I'm shocked. I didn't think that clutch was going to go their way. There was so much utility, I think. And Custard was just not able to stick the bomb there. That's insane from Tubular to use that information dart. I don't even know when he chucked that thing. I must not have been paying close enough attention because it seemed like they just kind of were revealed out of nowhere. Great spray from him to adjust back from Neon onto Custard on the diffuser. That was absolutely necessary. They could not have lost that eco there. That would have been devastating. And not only have the eco round not gone the way of OSU, but they have used, you know, their two duelist ults.
Water Joby through the flash is going to be able to take out Series here. The disrespect. SFU really is showing up right now. I think that they were lulling OSU into a false sense of confidence right now. And as soon as they were like, all right, they did it. They did the confidence play. Now they are showing that they are an actual team worth watching, and just seeing right now is Link is going to be doing his work there. Nice, those side strafing peeks with the classic to take out that recon dart before it reveals him. The blind is going to be hitting Ooga Booga, but it misses Link, and he is going to be able to trade out to Rayo. We are seeing the 4v3 right now. Water Joby going to be bursting out on the site here, and is he going to win this gunfight? No, he's not. Neon is going to take him out, going down to 3v3. Now the 3v2 here. Neon picking up one, but Tubular going to be trading right back out, taking out Neon. We see a 2v2 right now. We're seeing Tubular get onto the site. However, he is going to be met with a little bit of resistance here as they get flanked from both sides. Dragonfly going to be coming out of hookah right now, and we are going to be seeing Dragonfly pick up Link here as we're going to be watching Omen fall out on the site here. Custard is going to take out Tubular here, and OSU has taken it back.
In my opinion, I don't think that's a round Simon Fraser should lose there. I think they did such a great job getting those opening frags, and I think it all kind of comes down to the way they executed that. I think you get a bit of a misplay, double raise, blast packing on the site there, and you know, Link playing close with the op right behind his diffuser. You didn't really need to clog up the site positions there. I think the post plant would have been a lot nicer if you're going to move that up somewhere where he can kind of do his work, and they just got flanked. I think there's a couple tiny misplays there that keep Simon Fraser out of another round building their momentum, but the economy is still healthy. No, it's not. I lied. The economy is not healthy for Simon Fraser. They're going to only have 2 Vandals and some upgraded guns. Stinger, Sheriff. Not sure what Water Joby is going to purchase here. I think another Sheriff here. As OSU has a way back into this game. Almost gets caught off there quickly as Neon, as he scurries back onto the site with his op. He was trying to go for a quick shower peek, but luckily he has that jet utility to, you know, dash him back out of there.
In Water Joby's defense of that spray down, you're never really looking up in Valorant like that, so we won't rain on him too hard. But Rayo is going to take out Ooga Booga here. He's going to say, hey, were you the one that took out my drone? And he's not going to know. Oh, he is going to know the Water Joby's going to be right there. He's going to do a lot of damage with that shock dart. And let's see right now, we are going to be seeing as SFU's Sova is going to try to find anything onto A site here. Now, if SFU was fast enough, they could be on A site right now, and all they would have to worry about is Neon's op. And well, I think that they are going to be charging that op there. I don't think that they have the forethought to actually push all players through bathrooms, but if they did, that would have been absolutely incredible here. Custard is going to take out that. Okay, that play confused me for a second. I just missed what happened, but there was some nice trades going on, bringing this down to the 3v3 with a massive health deficit going to SFU. But Link threw his smoke at the camera rather than shooting the camera. I don't know if that was intentional, but I feel like it's easier to shoot it than to throw smoke at it. But either way, good on you. Let's see, Water Joby gonna be holding this angle, but with only a little bit of HP remaining, he is going to go taken out by Sears. Link with a 28 HP, he's going to be peeking out. He is going to get one kill, but Rayo is going to trade it out. And Series going to be getting the kill there. Tubular going to be down to him to protect this plant. And unfortunately, he's going to be missing. He's going to be putting it away. Series pick up a 3K. What are you doing?
That was pretty smart from Tubular. Unfortunate, they heard the sound cue, and Series was quick to get that one under control. Good stuff from Series, as he has been the absolute rock behind OSU's success in this quarterfinal match so far. He has not really been losing gunfights, and that's what you want from your Phoenix player, and especially that's someone you want to have on your team. Series has been doing a great job so far in this entire series.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I was just kind of talking, you know. But Tubular as well has been very important in these rounds. Unfortunately, he couldn't pick up that clutch. You know, he was called on again to clutch with the bomb down. But still such a tight match here, OSU, with the round advantage off of that. I think the economy still isn't in their favor. Neon could have someone walking right into his sights here if he sticks on this angle.
Oh, Dragonfly going to be getting the first pick there onto Tubular, though. And this is going to start things off pretty poorly for Simon Fraser. And yeah, one of the things I would like to point out, though, is that both of the Sovas are going to be at the top of the map. And there's really no Sova diff here. We see them both doing excellent work with their utilities. And both of them are going to be tied up with the same number of kills and deaths. And really, I think that the biggest decider here is actually Water Joby. I hate to put players on blast, but Water Joby is Raze, who should be entry fragging, who should be honestly the top frag in this situation. But unfortunately, Water Joby is just not carrying that same momentum he had last time. So watching now as Series is going to be lining up to rush out with his ult onto A site, I think that's going to be pushing the rest of SFU back. And unfortunately, they're not going to have their momentum on the A side, but are they going to be able to carry it on the B side? It looks like they are. Water Joby is getting ready to line out on the hookah. He is going to be using the flight mechanic. Neon takes out Link in the process, though. 5v3, anything can happen right now. Ooga Booga is going to be trying to take out that information dart. Rayo getting locked out, not able to do it. But let's see. Rayo only going off of sound cues right now. He's able to take out Water Joby through the wall. Absolutely incredible. Neon taking out Ooga Booga as well to just be up to Yasa. Let's see if Yasa is going to be able to do it right now. The shock dart goes out. It's going to not do much damage. Rayo and Series going to be rushing into him. They are going to be able to take him out through the smokes, and we see OSU with a flawless round.
Once again, OSU looking great on their, you know, allocation of resources there. The retake, keeping everybody alive. You know, give up the site, give them the plant. You know, if we're going into a round 5v3 and they have the bomb down, I think they still take their chances there. Rio doing a good job of organizing his team. And how they're going to use their utility. Good stuff on the retakes. They always have enough smokes for retakes. They're not really wasting anything, it seems like. So good stuff from Custard, good stuff from Neon. Everybody so far on OSU has been looking great. Same for SFU. I think this is definitely a close matchup. There's just a couple little things. SFU has been making these tiny little mistakes, and it's been costing them rounds. Unfortunate for them. I think, you know, OSU has been hitting more shots. Dragonfly's been great at getting these openers so far for OSU. So we'll see if that continues throughout the rest of this attacking half for Simon Fraser.
Absolutely. If Simon Fraser can just pick up a few more rounds in this attacking half, it could change the tides of this entire map. And I think that Simon Fraser definitely wants that third game right now. They don't want to get shut out in just the first 2 maps. And Series is going to be basically holding B-side by himself. We see, Silva sitting on the backside and doing what he can. But I think that, it's mostly going to be up to Series here. But unfortunately, he is going to get flashed out. Link going to be picking him up. That's a humongous pick here. Rayo gets taken up by Yasa as well. SFU really going to be showing off right now. And as they also take out Neon to just 2 HP, they get the bomb down. And the rest of the team is struggling to get in right now as, OSU tries to fall in line here. Custard is going to get taken up by Ooga Booga. That's massive. Just down to Dragonfly and Neon, both of whom are going to be in a pretty awkward position here in CT. And let's see if he's going to be able to do it. Dragonfly, he misses those wall bangs there, just literally shaving the sides of Yasa's head. And he's going to be utilizing his cages. Jet going to be utilizing her cloud bursts, and they're going to be able to get away right now.
That's so insane from Simon Fraser. That's where you see the raw skill come in, honestly. I think that's a bit of caster's curse on my end from saying, OSU's been hitting their shots more, whatever. But Simon Fraser, obviously super high skilled players, and if you're going to buy a couple sheriffs and just absolutely destroy into the site, and Yas is going to, one tap a couple people, it's gonna work out for you. So that's insane from SFU there. Not too much to that besides just raw talent from them to take a 4th round back, keeping the series close, keeping their economy up. That's a big eco win from them. OSU seemed a bit caught off guard, to be honest.
I think every time Simon Fraser wins after that first map, I think that OSU is caught off guard, especially given the fact that, Simon Fraser, they don't really just win 1 round and lose. They usually they win 2 or 3 in a row. Let's see what's going to happen right now as Rayo is going to be doing what he can to make sure that doesn't happen. He's going to be throwing that recon bolt in, but SFU waiting for it. They are going to be able to just snipe it out before it comes in. Water Joby finally with a kill with a grenade on a series. Oh, I love those utility kills right here. Rayo is going to be able to reveal one right there, and unfortunately, they're not able to get a kill from that arrow. And let's find out where the next kills are going to be coming from as we see SFU kind of dispersing through, but it looks like they're going to be leaning more towards a B push here. However, OSU is going to be placing 3 players towards it, just leaving Omen on A site.
I mean, being a man down, you have to make some gambles like that. Losing a big fragger in series in the hookah position early is going to tell SFU that B side is going to be the easier side to take. But that might not be the case with this good rotations coming out from OSU.
Get out of my way!
Oh, they are going to look for this execute as Ooga Booga lines up his blind towards this octagon position. He needs to wait for both of his players to get a little bit closer before he lets off this blind. As you see Link leading with his operator, and Tubular backing him up, looking for the trade if he goes down.
Absolutely. They know there's a player in Octagon, but unfortunately Rayo is going to take out Link here. Tubular trades it right back out. They still carry the 1-man advantage, but Water Joby, he goes up there. That information now are going to be imperative as Water Joby picks up a double kill, bringing him into a 3K for this round here. Now, as it goes into the 4v1 here, they get the time to plant the bomb, and it is just going to be down to the singular Omen on OSU. And what is he going to be able to pull off right now? I think he's just going to have to go for exits right now, and knowing how OSU has been playing for exits and how Ooga Booga just likes to challenge that, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens here as the defender rotates all the way in to to T spawn.
I think, as you mentioned at the beginning of the round, Water Joby, getting that kill with the nade. I think he's finally shown up in the server, rocking a 2-7 scoreline before this round even started. Now he grabs a 3K, and it's super important kills. It's not just getting kills. Those were high impact frags, getting both of the other defending players in that site. Unfortunately for OSU, the SFU attack is starting to get some legs to it, starting to mount its momentum. This could be a, these last 2 rounds could really, in my opinion, I think these 2 might go to Simon Fraser. I think they're looking pretty strong right now. They have the right ideas going for them, and unfortunately for Rio, he probably needed 2 or 3 frags on that octagon position, but they set up themselves so well to where that wasn't even a possibility. Tubular lining up behind his upper there. Good stuff.
I'm just mostly happy that, you know, it's so even right now. It's 5-5, and we're seeing, you know, SFU really kind of pull back. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing the shutout, and then, oh wow, Neon with that kill on a Link here. That was unfortunate to watch. And the op versus op, the jet versus jet, and it just did not happen the way SFU wanted it to happen. But let's see what's going to happen as Ooga Booga is going to be holding down B Long right now. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to find anything here. And even though this might be the place where Ooga Booga does belong, I think that he might have to, you know, give this up here and move over to mid here, as we've noted that, you know, pushing this site from Octagon has only really gone their way a few times. And watching now, Series gonna be peeking with Ooga Booga. We're waiting for it, and Series is gonna be able to take out Ooga Booga, taking minimal damage here. Dragonfly is gonna be able to clear up Yasa as well, and we just see OSU coming back right on their heels. 5v2 right now, leading into the second half of the round.
You know, the great part about me making a lot of predictions is that sometimes I'm right to counterbalance all the times that I'm wrong, because I was completely incorrect about Simon Fraser's attack there. That looked like a completely different attack than what we've been seeing the entire bind so far. They looked kind of lost.
Water Joby though with that amazing those flicks. He gets a 3K. What's gonna happen right now? We're gonna be watching him fall into the site. Is he gonna be able to pick up the ace here? But he turns his back, and Rayo is gonna be able to clear him up there. I'm not sure if Water Joby knew that there was gonna be one on Octagon still, but unfortunately for him, he turned his back at the wrong time, and that was almost
that was
a clutch.
Disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. Almost like completely android-like from him. Great aim. Honestly, that was insane. If he had more teammates alive in this round, that would have been huge for Simon Fraser. But as I was saying, that round looked kind of all devoid of life. It didn't really look like they had much of an identity of what attack they wanted to go for. Not really a great idea. They looked like kind of playing for defaults. And once you lose Link on towards that bathroom, great shot from Neon jumping over his crosshair. Like after that happened, it was kind of over. If they didn't really have a
and Neon again taking out Link.
It happened again.
The op diff. Now, this just shows, honestly, how amazing Neon is at just placing these crosshairs and just making sure. And I do not want to be Link right now. Just, I know how it is being the opper and just having that frustration of not being able to, you know, get out and left click fast enough. And, oh man, that was heart-wrenching, especially as we see this happen 2 rounds in a row. And I think that this is the decider again, because, you know, SFU, when they get those op shots, they rush in, they get it. But I think that those early round picks really are make or break, regardless of how many 2 or 3Ks, you know, we see come out round by round. We still see it happen where it's going to be the first pick is going to be, you know, the decider. Custard taking out Water Joby as well right now, and we see the 5v3 as SFU files on. Nothing left to lose. Ooga Booga taking out Neon, but it's traded out immediately. The 4v2, and watching is Rayo going to be leading the charge right now to try to take him out. Unfortunately for him, though, Yasa is going to be trying to do whatever he can. Custard goes down as well. This is big. It goes down to the 2v2. Basically, 3v2, though, his Series is going to be ulting, and he does take out Yasa in his ult there. Nothing to lose, and he does end up surviving, and that's going to bring it to 7-5 for the first half.
I mean, those last 2 rounds were absolutely disgusting from Neon. I think, how do you position both times to where you're facing the opper? Again, like, that's kind of been a theme, I think, for the whole series, is OSU just kind of knows their opponent. I don't know if it's just you know, luck being in their favor. It could be a combination of luck and good preparation. It could be a lot of factors going into that, but they've been outplaying them on that front the whole time. They seem like they're in the driver's seat for most of the time. The rounds that Simon Fraser does seem to pull off against OSU are just when they let that raw talent shine through for them. When they, you know, click heads, as you know, everyone says, as you just click heads, you know, forehead.
Exactly. And honestly, it really does come down to the difference of, you know, play styles and strat at this point. You know, we've seen all of these players are able to perform extremely well, you know, and it's just really down to the strat here. Rayo and Ooga Booga are going to be getting trades out here. Yasa taking out Custard here. Yasa with a 2K. Custard, Dragonfly going to go down, but Rayo takes out Yasa as well. The 3v2 right now. This is massive for SFU. Let's see what's going to happen. Neon is going to be getting that bomb down for OSU, but let's see as they pull out. Rayo is going to be seeing a lot of stuff happen right now, and Ooga Booga, you know, they need those blinds from him, but unfortunately, since he's dead, they're not going to be able to, you know, have them, but they are still able to pull it off, and they get this, this defuse here. That was incredible.
Good stuff from Yasa on that triple box position, clicking absolutely mad like on towards that short. Good stuff from him. Good stuff from his teammates too, especially Tubular finding those last 2 frags to ensure that the retake is clean. And Simon Fraser is now firmly back into this game with a pistol round win. They should grab the next couple following rounds off the back of that momentum, off the back of that economy difference. So it more determines, or it's more determined on how they set up for the defense here, as they do have that Cypher, as do the other team. It's been mirrored the whole time. So let's see where this Cypher plays. I mean, Dragonfly was kind of working, towards the bathrooms a lot. The A-side Cypher we saw. So I'm curious to see where Yasa is going to be positioned towards this defense. I think it's going to be somewhat of the same as we saw out of Dragonfly. It looks like he's towards bathrooms, working those 2 positions.
This is a frightening setup here from OSU as we see the 5 stack into A main, and Ooga Booga is going to be struggling right now to figure out what he can do. But Neon and Yasa going to be both trading out here. Ooga Booga does find a kill on Rayo, but he goes down to Dragonfly. 3v3 right now. Link going down with only a pistol versus a Spectre. It never works out in your favor here. However, Neon is going to be at a massive health deficit that maybe Water Joby is going to be able to capitalize on, especially given the fact that he has his grenades and his satchels still. All it takes is 1 satchel, and then Neon would go down, but let's see what's going to happen. A very well-placed grenade right now could be the difference between a victory and a defeat right now, and we're going to be watching Tubular get a few shots off, but he doesn't care. He's going to take out Custer. There's the kill. There's the grenade I was talking about on a Neon, and Water Joby also picking up a kill on a Dragonfly after he threw it, and that's going to be bringing us 7-7 SFU. They're not going down without a fight. They tie it back up here.
That's great stuff from Water Joby. I was curious to see how the investments came out for Simon Fraser into their utility, as they were, rocking similar guns to what OSU had despite winning the pistol. And it really all came down to that utility. Good stuff from Water Joby, clicking, those grenades towards those common places, really throwing them where you think they would be playing for the post plant, and he nailed it right on the money. Good stuff from him. Also playing off the back of, Tubular going in first, trying to clear those U-Hauls. Or was it Tubular? I think it was Tubular clearing the U-Haul's position there and getting that pick, which a gunfight he probably should have won. Custard had the information and the health advantage, but good stuff from Simon Fraser. They're back in this game. They can still pull off a great defensive side.
Deep defense right now into bathrooms, though, as we see the 2v3 about to come out here. Yasa with that preemptive information. Ooga Booga getting a double kill on Neon in series. That is humongous. And watching now as the 5v3, we're seeing OSU really back off right now. And, oh, man, that was a humongous pickup for SFU. I think that actually just basically decided this round, especially given the fact that it is 2 of the most important players on OSU that have just died in that first frag. And, wow, that is massive. Link versus Dragonfly right now. Let's see what is going to happen. Water Joby is well going to be holding up from the back here, especially Link. We see him actually making a little bit of noise, and I think that's going to be drawing the attention of Dragonfly, but unfortunately Water Joby does reveal himself here, choosing to throw the grenade here. Let's see, it's not going to do too much damage, but he has 1 enemy on either side. The blind going out, but oh wow, Link very, very fast on that cloudburst there to make sure that the push does not happen, even though they're both blind. And we are going to be seeing the Sova on OSU go down to extremely low health. If Tubular lands that shock dart, it's going to be over. Link and Yasa are going to be getting a kill there. Dragonfly and Custer go down, just going to be up to that Sova here. And I don't know if Rayo is going to be able to hold this off here, as Link holds it from the back. He is going to get the kill, and SFU with a flawless bring them into the lead.
That's great stuff from Simon Fraser there. I mean, the early call to just say, hey, we'll just hold bathrooms close. Maybe we'll get a pick. Maybe, even if you die Ooga Booga, I can get the quick trade and retreat back onto that A site. So good stuff from them. Ooga Booga grabbing the double. That's even more than they probably could have asked for him. And they just kind of take a step back and clean up that 3v5 in a flawless manner. And that's going to be great for their economy and great for their mental, probably going into the end of this game, as 7-8 is the scoreline. They have, I think, their first advantage since winning pistol.
Oh, but Neon starting off so fast here. Yasa picking up a double kill immediately off the back of a double kill by OSU. It's now 3-3, and I don't know what's going to happen here, especially as we're going to be down to basically, quite a different composition right now on both teams. But, Cypher is holding down this A site here by himself, as the rest of SFU is going to fall back to B site, and we're just going to be seeing as Yasa does his best to hold the site, as the rest of of OSU is going to fall out onto A site.
Camera taken out.
Such a huge play from Yasuo to get those frags back. Another one from Yasuo. This is insane from him so far.
Yes.
Holding down this A side alone. The rotates are going to come through now. Maybe even too late if they can find.
Yeah, so the
Yasuo
4K is he going to be able to get the ace? He sees the gun. Is he going to be? No, unfortunately, Custard going to be shutting down the ace. Absolutely unfortunate. Ow! How did Yasuo not get that ace there, Custard? Actually, I think he's going to be banking on the fact that those two did rotate, but unfortunately for him, we do see that Tubular stuck onto B site here, and Custard, I think he just got some information from his teammates that yeah, he's still there, and Tubular is going to be able to take him out in SFU here, 7-9. Wow, SFU on the comeback.
That's insane from Yasuo. That defense, using all of his utility, you know, working the site the way he has been. Yasuo has been using that massive Radiant Brain of his to his team's advantage. They're grabbing another round off the back of his heroics. I mean, he's looking really good on the scoreboard right now too, but it's more than that. It's getting those 4 insane kills with the Spectre, swerving in and out, stopping that early momentum they had. I mean, Neon grabbed an insane shot like he has been at the beginning of this beginning of these rounds, but Yasuo able to trade 2 back, not just 1 but 2 back off of that early aggression, and even more than that, the 4K on the round. That's insane from him.
It's gonna be interesting to see what both teams are going to be playing right now, especially given the fact that SFU, I think they're really comfortable on defense here. And, you know, they see that OSU is trying to, you know, they tried different strats on both of those rounds. And, you know, I think that as long as they can hold their own and keep a one-man advantage, they are going to be able to come out on top pretty much every time here. Link is going to be holding with his op. Let's see if he's going to be able to redeem. He almost gets a collateral, but he is going to be able to take out Series here, which once again is absolutely a humongous pickup for them. Series just really changing the tides of battle. So now that he's going to be off of the out of the equation, that does change things, and OSU is going to have to rely on a little bit of a different strategy pushing onto the site here. We see the ult come out here. We see Link taking out Rayo as Yasa picks off Dragonfly. SFU might be having another flawless round right now. Let's see what's going to happen. Custard is going to be getting the plant, however, and let's watch now as Link tries to find this wall bang here. Ooga Booga taking out Custard. Going to be down to the 1v5 right now. Water Joby taking out Neon, and SFU with another round 1 here. 7-10. They do not want this to end right now.
You know, it makes me smile when you see setups like that come out from a team and they work perfectly. I mean, if you think about how the players positioned, they moved Yasa and Link over to the B site with the op and all of Yasa's utility. And I think that they wanted them to go B there. They invited them to go B, and Water Joby playing his role in that by destroying the utility up towards short, using his boombot to tell the team, oh, this is a guarded site, and they pushed him off A right back into Link's crosshairs, and he was able to pick one, hide, get another pick, hide. Great stuff from Link, great stuff from Yasa to play off the back of his teammate there. Things are looking really good for Simon Fraser right now. They have a lot of great ideas coming into this half, and like you said, they are quite comfortable right now. And let's see if they can close out the game in these next 3 rounds, or if OSU can find the fire within them and get back into this one.
Link surprisingly not taking out the drone there. I think that he was actually, I think that was intentional. I think he thought that there was going to be that double peek with the drone and then the player. That is something that we see a lot. Unfortunately for OSU, you know, Series did not end up pushing with that drone. That actually could have taken out Link, which would have changed the tide of battle. But we're going to watch right now as Neon is going to be pushing up on B long here. And let's see if he does end up belonging in B long, as we see Tubular and Yasa holding out. He's gonna get flashed, he's gonna get blinded, he's gonna get revealed, and Yasa taking out Neon. They just used all of their utility on him right there.
That's disgusting.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Let's gonna be see it right now. We're watching Series. He's gonna be pushing up through, and let's see. He gets taken out. Reveals where there's gonna be an op. Nice communication here. He tells Rayo, "Hey, there's the op. You need to take him out with your ult." And oh my God, Link jumping up at the top, and Water Joby gonna be taking out Series. And Series is trying to find out Link. The team play right here is incredible. Ooga Booga and Link pick up 1 more each. It's just gonna be up to the Cypher here. Dragonfly, what is he gonna be able to pull off? Link is gonna be able to get the double kill there on him, and that is gonna be a flawless round from SFU. I think 2 flawlesses in a row.
Yeah, and both on the back of gun rounds. If you're getting 2 flawlesses on full gun rounds, full utility rounds, you're doing everything right. Like, these have been 2 perfectly played defenses, and Switching up where that AWP has been positioned has been huge. Link has basically arrived into the server off the back of, his teammates doing a great job of setting him up with that AWP and him hitting his shots. Also, that the B long trap, that was just kind of sad to watch. I felt like I was like watching an animal being hunted and killed by a group of hunters or something. Like, that was insane.
I know, and here we go. We see this kind of trap happening again, where they're utilizing this utility in tandem with pushes from the teammates, but unfortunately it just doesn't quite happen the way it's supposed to. But we are seeing the blind come out here. Dragonfly taking out Yasa, Custard taking out Ooga Booga. Both Cypher and Omen taking out their counterparts here, and this is actually a massive round for OSU. Let's see what's going to happen. Neon is going to be able to get taken out by Tubular, though, and Dragonfly trades it right back out. The 4v2 Simon Fraser is gonna just be basically decided right now. The series just said no. OSU is done losing. They bring it to 8-11 right now, and wow, that was some incredible team play.
They went for the trap again, but they instead went for it on the bathrooms, which is a bit different than the long, as they didn't have anyone watching short, and it is a gamble that did not really work out in their favor, as Dragonfly and in tandem with the rest of his OSU teammates were able to take that for free and punish them before they could even get back control of the A site. So good stuff from OSU, finding a hole in the defense and punishing him for it. And now the game is back in anybody's hands. I mean, the round differential is still looking great for Simon Fraser. They only need 2 more, and OSU's really got a lot of work to do here. Oh, they're going to hear that ult orb go down. Sorry, I need a second.
All good. We are going to be seeing him pick up that ult orb here, and that is going to reveal his position, especially as he takes out that Cypher util. But we're also watching SFU not even blink towards it. They're just ready for anything to happen. Neon going to be leading the charge out on a main, and really it's going to be down to Ooga Booga holding this. He is kind of the only one right now that has a leading position to watch out. Series is going to be doing what he can, but unfortunately not going to be finding anything. He is going to have his back turn potentially to Ooga Booga as he turns the corner. He takes out Yasa. Link is going to take him out, though, but Neon trades it for Ooga Booga. The 3v4 right now, now a 4v2 yet again, as Neon picks up another kill on the Link. And we are watching as, OSU finds their rhythm, and they do not want to get shut out. Maybe they want to go and have lunch a little bit early here. They might not want that third round, but let's see how they decide to pull this. Water Joby's holding from... He's kind of holding up from the top there. He does manage to go for the kill on a Dragonfly here. Let's see. It's absolutely winnable by either team. Neon is going to be doing what he can, and he gets revealed, which is quite unfortunate. But Rayo taking out Water Joby, Custer taking out Tubular. They get shut down. The round is 9-11.
OSU back in the game firmly. Good stuff from them attacking the A site, and that has been the site with the 2 players. It's been 3 on B, 2 on A. So SFU probably gonna look to change some stuff up. Their defaults aren't really working right now, and they've been very great throughout this entire defense of shifting where players are and what utility is going to be used early. Their planning has been nice, so hopefully they'll be able to turn this around and not let OSU get a grip of the momentum and steer this into a, possibly even a winnable game for OSU. Even in overtime would be bad.
You're absolutely right. I think that Simon Fraser really wants to end this as soon as possible, because the closer and closer OSU gets to tying it up and getting to that 11 mark, really just makes it less and less likely that they're going to come out with a W. And, I think that right now this is one of the most important rounds, given their economy, given the fact that if SFU loses a 3rd round in a row, they could be put in a very bad position. And so if they lose this, it could be everything. If they win this, that could decimate OSU's economy. Series is going to be utilizing his ult to clear that utility, and it does work out in his favor, but Tubular is going to be able to pick up Neon here. Cuzzer goes down by Yasa, and it's going to be down to this here as Series falls to Tubular as well. Rayo takes out Tubular finally, ending his streak here, but Dragonfly is going to be taking out Link as well. Dragonfly going to be holding. He takes out Water Joby, wastes his ult. The 2v2, it's down to the wire. Rayo is going to be able to go inside, remove his tracking dart. However, the damage is already done. He's already been revealed enough. And OSU here, they're on the site. They still do not have the time to get that plant out, but Dragonfly is going to be doing what he can, swapping out his op for a Vandal. And we are watching as SFU rotates out through CT. Yasa taking out Dragonfly. Rayo versus Yasa, but Yasa, he's able to take him out through the wall, and that's going to be the round that brings him in a match point.
I think Yasa saw only one person he killed that round, I'm not going to lie to you. That was insane stuff from him. And I guess he saw Rio at the end, technically. But the game sense on this man, the brain on this man has been constantly shining through for his team. That B defense was insane. Having both Tubular and Yasa, the Sova, and the Cypher on the site, revealing everybody they didn't need to see anyone. They could just spam through those smokes, and that's what they did, stopping that OSU take in their tracks. Dragonfly hitting a lot of nice shots to get OSU back into the round, but unfortunately, Yasa and his team prevail there. Good stuff from everybody pretty much on the side of SFU, and now they're looking to close out this last round with not the best buy from OSU. They have a lot of guns. Their utility is most likely low because of the investments they're making, and you have a stinger on your entry frag, which is definitely, something that could, pan out well for them, but you never really know. And like you said, if that was definitely the most important round of this entire game. OSU winning that round would have broken SFU's economy entirely. And this could be an entirely different game, but we have what we have now, and this looks like a good time for SFU to close this one out. If they don't, we're looking at a bit of a sketchy end.
You're entirely right, and one of the things that actually I'm really surprised to see is that Neon doesn't have the op. Neon has the stinger. It looks like they're giving the op to Dragonfly, unless they're just paused right now for that reason, just waiting for something to reconnect. I think that might be a bathroom break, but if they are keeping, if they are keeping that op on Dragonfly, this it's an interesting pick to me, especially given Neon's performance with the op, the fact that he can just click and just move so fast with it. I'm honestly surprised to see it go to Dragonfly, but let's see, maybe he's trying to prove himself here. But as it goes into match point here, I think that SFU is this is actually kind of unfortunate for them that they're going to be in this little timeout pause, because they are losing their momentum from the last round here, and momentum is something that is often really understated in esports. But when you win a round immediately, you go right off the back of that into another round, it can actually really change a lot. And if there's a pause thrown into the middle, and you're kind of starting from round one again. In fact, I saw this happen yesterday. I was watching Rainbow Six, and there was a pause when it was on match point, and the other team came back a few points, but it still went the way of the team who put it in match point originally. But losing that momentum is actually kind of huge.
At the highest level of esports, the mental game is completely understated. I completely agree with you. I think because all 5 of these players in the server can beat the other 5, in a gunfight. Any other one of them could beat anybody in a gunfight at any time. It's just about, how confident are you in your aim and your personal ability to win these gunfights. If it's just a straight up gunfight, that's why you have teams. That's why support players are so understated. That's why they're so important to teams. Like, there's so much to dive into when it comes to the mental game, and a lot of the momentum is a huge part of that.
Yeah, and I think that as we get ready to see what will happen this match, what are your predictions?
I think because of the bye that OSU has, I think it ends here. If I had to be, a little bit, it's not really not really a bold prediction at all. I think that's probably how things should shake out. You have the op on Link, you have full buys, full utility. And off the back of shutting down the last push from OSU, I think they kind of have a grip on things. OSU boasting the stinger on Neon instead of the AWP, I think, is the better play. I think we saw Dragonfly sold the AWP, actually, for more utility. And a Phantom, most likely.
Yeah, I think that utility is the main reason for that. But yeah, having them ditch the op here, they definitely were using this time to kind of strategize and say, hey, what's more important? Because if we lose this, it goes into map 3, which could change the tides of this whole tournament. And we're gonna watch now. If SFU takes this, it's gonna go on to the next map. And if OSU can win another round, but it is gonna start off with a trade. Let's see what's gonna happen right now. We are seeing Ooga Booga get taken out as well right after he picks up a kill here, and SFU down to just 3 players right now. SFU might be able to close this out, but Oregon does not want that to happen right now. Neon is going to be ulting, and that could also change things up here. Let's see as Neon takes out Link. That's a massive pickup, and it's it's just gonna go down to Water Joby as Rayo gets him with a shock dart. And Water Joby right now, a 1v4 situation. You're up against a jet ult, which is just gonna left click you, and there we go. Like I said, that momentum is everything, and I think that you know, given the fact that OSU had a few minutes to you know, kind of have that talk. Wait, did Neon just did Neon just yeet the op?
He tossed it. He's done. Neon is he didn't want it, man. I don't know. They didn't want it that round. They didn't need it. I think after seeing the op sold, I kind of got a grip on what was going to happen. It was going to be a fast push somewhere, and Neon not even, you know, using the stinger at all. It was just kind of his ult. So good stuff from OSU. Great fast push. That was what I was kind of worried about for SFU, and they didn't handle the fast push well. Looks like they might go for something similar, clearing it short right away. And Series has the control of bathrooms too. This could be a kind of a similar situation if they don't get a hold on it. Water Joby, quick shot on a Neon. That's insane.
That actually is game changing though. The fact that Neon has gone down. Neon was the one leading these charges here with Series, and you know, if Series goes down right now, it looks like he's struggling a bit to find these shots on a Water Joby. And if Water Joby can just land a very well placed nade, Ooga Booga taking out Custard here. And wow, Oregon is really low right now. Series does manage to hit the flash on a Water Joby, and it's going to go down to the 3v4 right now. Watching as Rio is going to be taken out by Yasa at the 4v2, but Dragonfly and Yasa both pick up a kill each. It's just down to Dragonfly. If Dragonfly loses this, it's going to go into map 3. If he can win this, there's a potential for it to be over, but unfortunately he gets revealed, and there's going to be an off, and there's going to be, but there we go. Link is going to be able to take him out, and that is going to be bringing us into map 3 as we see SFU do what they can. That is incredible.
I mean, that was kind of a defensive masterpiece for the majority of that defensive side. Yasa and the rest of his team, Tubular, Water Joby, Ooga Booga, Link, all of them really providing all the support, being in the right places. It fit really nicely together, so great stuff from the entirety of SFU on that defense. OSU not to be counted out. That was such a close map. I think you saw a lot of great things from Dragonfly being clutch. You saw a lot of great calls from Rio going through. Their defense was fantastic too. It was such a close map, and I think it's got me pretty excited for map 3. And I think this series absolutely deserves to go to map 3. This should be very interesting.
So do you have any? Actually, let's bring in Kanashi. Kanashi, I want to know what your predictions are, and I also want to know how you felt about that map with Simon Fraser actually coming back.
Let me make sure that my mic is on first. But yeah, when it comes down to this matchup, obviously, like off the back of that last Ascent map, that ended, it was 13-3 in that last map. I was not very optimistic going into this next one. But the second that Simon Fraser started to find a little bit of footing, going into their defense rounds, I got really excited. I was like, okay, these guys are just ready to lock down the site. Like, we could talk about the first half. For the most part, it was just well-played crosshairs in terms of, like, OSU playing crossfires quite well. And then SFU, at the end of the half, it was 7-5 OSU. But then Simon Fraser had a 6-0 run to start off the second half. They didn't lose until, I think it was round... Let me math real quick. Round 18. They didn't lose a round until round 18 after the half. So they just did really well going into that. But honestly, it was just pushing up tempo, finding good retakes, and playing defense just by the books. They did that quite well, and they deserve to be at this point. This is the reason why they're the #1 in their division. And they took that really well. So it's going to be exciting going into this last map. Obviously, map 3, this is going to determine who plays tomorrow. And obviously that gets you a spot on that podium going into that potential, first through third, you actually have a shot there.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that really shocked me though was the fact that SFU, as soon as they switched sides onto defense, they didn't really lose at all. Like, once, I think that really like shows off, like, that was their map. That was like their ability to just like take it and just say, hey, this is what's happened. This is what we're going to do now. And, you know, once they flipped that switch, it was just all there.
For sure. I think they looked very, very prepared on the defense there. And the attack, I think they had a lot of great ideas both ways. And you mentioned at the beginning of this kind of breakdown segment, what are Kanashi's predictions? And I think I'm curious too, because there's only 2 other maps that we could be seeing here. Most likely, I don't think we're gonna see Ice. I don't think Icebox is really a thing we can see.
We kind of.
So it's Haven or Split.
Yeah, we've locked it down. It is gonna be Split.
Okay.
So
That's. Okay.
Yeah, it being Split being the last map. Usually we see Haven in a lot of like pro matches. It's something that a lot of teams are used to playing on like larger spaces, and they utilize a lot more utility in that fact. But the fact that we're on Split, once again, it is coming down to that thing that we were discussing on Ascent. When we saw Ascent, you know, mid control was really important, and Oregon State had that on lock. Once again, that same thing applies to Split. If you take mid control away, or you gain mid control, you have the option to go A or B and take it through Heaven, either side. So I feel like that is going to be something that is definitely going to be in the back of my mind going into Split, is going to be realizing, you know, how is Simon Fraser going to oppose OSU, Oregon State, from taking mid the same way that they did on Ascent.
There's a lot of similarities between, you know, how they've been playing on both maps, and I think it's such a hard pick for me because of that same thing in the back of my mind. But I think SFU looked like an entirely different team from Ascent. They looked a lot more warmed up. They looked a lot more comfortable. I'm not sure how they play on Split. I'm not sure how OSU plays on Split, but I think do we all want to give like a straight up answer to this question? Like, who do we think is going to win this series?
So my prediction, right, is so we saw it go really, really, OSU sided. You know, it was almost a shutout on the first map. Second map, it was pretty neck and neck. The scores were kind of close. You know, it was only a 3-point round differential for SFU's win. Maybe last game, SFU going to be doing what happened to them in the first map, and it's going to be just that nice, concentric circles basically of how the scores are going to go. Kanashi, what do you think?
I honestly think that the way how OSU played Ascent really will lead to the way how they play out this last bit. It is going to take a little bit of time. I obviously think, SFU is rolling off a little bit of momentum off of that last round. But before we toss to a quick break, let's get Brody's opinion on this match. Yeah, what do you think is going to happen here?
I'm so torn because a big issue with OSU was that they had on Ascent and didn't have on Bind is that Custard wasn't really showing up. And I'm in the back of my mind, am I thinking like, do they have the same firepower they had in map 1 for this one? And I'm glad that you aren't questioning the same thing and like thinking OSU has a good shot at this, because I think I'm going to agree with Artie and go SFU. I think I'm more confident in how they played. Their bind has given me a lot of confidence in how I think they will overcome and play the split. So I think we're split on the desk, but I'm glad we have a bit of representation everywhere. I'm going to go with SFU.
All right, so we have our predictions going into the half, but we are going to be taking a quick break. When we come back, we have match 3 of OSU versus SFU. Don't go anywhere.
Go for it.
Okay, so for 1,000 Rocket League credits, we got Gotcha Peter for the winner of it.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Esports College and Career Pathways we are dedicated to helping gamers, players really improve their game, whether at the collegiate level like we are today or as a career.
Go to your buddy and be like, hey, I got paid to play video game and get good grades. What did you get money for?
We really want to give a foundation for gamers to come in, express themselves in their own way, give them a competitive base setting, and provide them with the equipment necessary to, thrive in that competitive setting.
We looked at the resources that are available, and even yesterday I was talking to parents and players, and they didn't even know there are varsity teams at the college level, let alone that there's scholarships. So we took upon ourselves that we really want to put together these combines, not just like Rocket League we're doing now, but we're doing League of Legends in 2 weeks. And beyond that, we're probably going to do Fortnite to really give resources and a recruitment tool for the colleges, but really to get these players in front of the right people at the right time.
Without
Triple kill! Boo-Boo taking it out. Oh my god! Boo-Boo with the 3K clutch at the end there. Being the double spray transfer. Oh my god. Very low health. But let's see here. Cold QB is also very low on health. Zap holding it, going in. Yes, punch it!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Golden Coast Invitational. We still have our great match between Simon Fraser and Oregon State University going head-to-head. I'm going to bring back our two amazing casters, the best of the best that we have here in Collegiate, Arties and Brody. We just saw this series literally go back-to-back. The first match, when Oregon State... tempo. On the flip side, when they went to bind, SFU ended up taking that line, but in a really close match, 10-13. And now we are about to go into match 3 on Split. So before the break, we were discussing, you know, what the tempo is going to feel like, who we think is going to come out on top. Do you think that there's going to be any difference in agents coming into this next match? We saw a little bit of a shakeup coming out from SFU when they decided to run, when Water Jobby decided to run the Rays instead of the Reyna. Are we going to get a couple extra little picks that you want to see coming out here on Split?
I think that, you know, it's really unlikely that we're going to be seeing this same team comp come out from OSU this time around, especially given the fact that Split, you know, there's a much different meta with Split and how it's played, especially given the fact that the Sentinel capabilities of each Sentinel can change the entire playstyle of that map. And personally, Split is my favorite map, and a lot of the time I've actually been seeing Sage be used even after her nerf. You know, Sage is sometimes still pulled out in the Radiant level on Split, and I think we might see that. I'm not sure who, but we might see a Sage. We might even see a Killjoy. And I think that usually on Split, you're going to be seeing either a 2 Initiator, 1 Sentinel, and 1 Duelist setup, or you're going to be seeing a 2 Duelists, 1 Initiator, 1 Controller, and 1 Sentinel. Your kind of standard Split. It's going to be one of those 2 compositions, and I think that we're going to be seeing a shakeup.
I kind of agree with Artie there. The only thing, the Sage is definitely curious. There could be, you know, you never know, there could be a Sage on one of the 2 teams. I think we'll probably see the Rays out again from Water Jobby. That worked a lot better than the Reyna. He was doing some great things with that. I think Yasa will most likely stick Cypher. I think you'll probably see a Cypher on... I actually don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, and we're actually seeing the picks in front of us right now, so we can stop, you know, trying to predict and see it in real time. As looks like the attackers in the form of OSU have already locked in all their picks, and we're gonna see Custard on that Omen again, Neon on the Jet again, Dragonfly switching, Sentinels onto the Killjoy from the Cypher, Rio from Sova to Breach. Bunch of extra utility for him on the flashes and stuff like that, and Series finishing it off, switching over to the the range.
Yeah, and this is
it was on Phoenix.
Yeah, and this is actually pretty cool. You see them sticking to their roles, even though they're switching out operators, and it kind of shows the flexibility of the players here. You know, Dragonfly, if you know he's a pretty great sentinel as we've seen, and so let's see if he can keep that energy from Cypher onto Killjoy here. And yeah, Rayo is going to be switching the initiator as our screen just gets destroyed, and we see Dragonfly, you know, on that Killjoy, Rayo on the Breach, and Series on the Raze. We're going to be seeing Water Joby stick on a Raze here, Ooga Booga onto Omen, Yasa staying on Cypher for this one. It looks like the only change here is that Tubular has gone from Sova to Breach. And so we are seeing the meta kind of play out in front of us here. But the main difference that we're going to be watching right now is OSU having that, you know, having that Killjoy.
Yeah, the Killjoy versus Cypher is definitely the biggest difference we're going to see here. I like that both Sova players switched over to the Breach, as he's definitely a lot more useful in using his utility on this map. Yasa sticking Cypher is kind of cool for me because he was doing so much for his team, and the utility was a big part of that, so I think he probably has the knowledge to continue to do that for SFU here. Both teams having a Raze. I mean, the teams look very, very similar here, except for, obviously, the Cypher Killjoy. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. We're going to see SFU starting on the defense. Hopefully they can mount a big defense and not have Ascent go the way it did, or have Split go the way Ascent did in terms of their defense. Oh, that's a quick tag. Water Jobby already down to 20. That's an insane reaction shot.
Yeah, Water Jobby is actually, you know, that's a pretty massive pickup, even on the pistol rounds. You know, it's going to be kind of making sure that he's not going to be able to get in these decisive positions to utilize that utility. Those early nades somewhat shut down. And honestly, one of the things that I'm excited to see is, you know, how these breaches kind of come out, especially given the fact that Breach now has 3 flashes. You know, he's so annoying to play against here. Neon gonna be turning his back to Link as he turns around the corner. Ooga Booga, Link gonna be picking up the first kills here, and Link with a triple kill here, bringing, wow, SFU onto the very first win here.
Very interesting pistol round choices from OSU. They get the tag early onto Series at that, or not Series, Water Jobby on the B site, and instead walk all the way back towards A, and unable to clear out those corners, and that's going to be the death of him. The miscue, they didn't realize, I guess the first player that died to Link didn't realize he was sitting behind that box, and his teammates were not able to trade him out. Link getting a triple in that round. Starting off good for SFU, for sure here, as the frags just did not come through on that take.
Absolutely, and SFU, you know, this is what we wanted to see from them. This is our prediction that SFU is going to be, you know, killing it here. And let's see, especially, I think that the biggest thing right now is that, you know, OSU, they pulled out Killjoy, and they are now having to start with Killjoy on attack. And if there's one thing that has been a recurring theme on this series is, you know, that when you have Killjoy on attack, your playstyle with her decides the round. And Yasa going to be starting off here with Neon and Series both picking up a kill here. Yasa is going to trade out to Neon, but is bringing SFU down 1 player here. So we see the 3v4 fly out, and let's watch what's going to happen with Series as he's holding in from inside of this. Ooga Booga going to be doing what he can, but Series going to be pushing him with that flash. And yep, he's gonna go down here. We're gonna just be watching now as Link gonna be trying to pick up a kill here on Dragonfly, but Custard gonna be holding it out. Custard caught off guard with a double push there, and Link and Tubular are gonna be able to pick up a kill here. It's gonna be down to the 1v1 here. Rayo versus Link. Link gonna be faking the defuse here. Rayo is gonna be holding up from the top. He's gonna be dropping out from heaven. Let's see what's gonna happen. Link gonna be up at the top. He's gonna be at the bottom. Rayo with very low health. Anything could go on right now, but Link found him. He's gonna find the headshot. Does he have time to defuse? He does! Link with the clutch!
That's insane. That's insane. We were talking about how Link was being dominated, and Neon kind of had his number on the last map, but Link showing up early and often in the kill feed this map. Good stuff from him to clutch that one out. That's an insane shot on the Ghost to find the head of Rio in heaven. I mean, so far SFU's looking so confident, and they're hitting their shots early. I think a big thing in that round is that I kind of gave Custard a lot of crap last map, not really showing up too much, but that was a fantastic flash lineup to get his team into the site, but unfortunately the post plant was not good enough, and the retake was quite well executed by the side of SFU. OSU down early but the full gun round comes out now, except for one Bulldog onto Rio.
Link with a nice pickup on a
Link.
Custard. That was amazing. We also see that nade come out, doing a little bit of damage to Killjoy here, draining the shields just a little bit here. Link holding this pixel peeping as if he's playing R6 right now. You gotta love this. Unfortunately, he does miss that shot there. Water Joby, let's see if he's gonna be able to pick it up here. And Link gonna be backing up. He is gonna be going for that repick. He takes out Neon. The flick. Link, he's awake right now. He's gonna get the triple kill on a series. Oh my god. Link is nasty right now. Let's see what's gonna happen with 21 HP and a Dream here. The 5v2 right now. And OSU, they are forced back into mid here. They've got Killjoy, who's pretty lit. They've got Breach, who's running out of utility here. Water Joby gonna be peeking, taking out, turning Killjoy into the red here. As now this 3-player differential here is massive. Yasa's gonna be holding as well. They are not letting OSU get an inch on a B site. And OSU, you know, they do have the bomb. They do have the ability to re-rotate out. However, they've got SFU has Water Joby waiting in the back on A site here with this judge waiting. He knows that if they rotate, they're going to be rotating from sewers, and that prediction does play off here. Now, if Ooga Booga gets his timing right here, he is going to be able to pull off a nice double with this. However, if he continues to walk around and make noise, this could not go well for him. But it's anyone's game right now. It looks like actually they're deciding to save. 15 seconds on the clock. They're still in sewers. It looks like OSU is saving.
10 seconds left.
Another great round from SFU, and OSU again having to save these. The mid play, like we outlined the mid play in the pregame. Oh, Ooga Booga's gonna walk right into the crosshairs here. Oh, he's gonna live though. He's gonna live to tell the tale that they're in sewers saving. So looks like SFU shouldn't drop any players there. Good stuff. From then, like we said in pre-match, we outlined that the mid control was a big issue for them on Ascent, and I think they're proving that they have solved their own issues on a different map here with Split. Link is hitting everything right now. I don't think I've seen him miss anything with the Ghost or the Ops so far. Good job from Water Joby to delay the mid push to try and get Link killed there. Link finds the first shot, and Water Joby throws the nade to slow them down. Good teamwork. Good ideas so far from SFU, and they look to continue their defense here with a bit of an economy advantage. Link now posted on the B side with this all.
I am really rooting for SFU right now, especially given the fact that this is kind of the underdog story from that first round, and I think our predictions are kind of lining up. But let's see, OSU, you know, they kind of were walking in towards B side. They heard that op shot and they all noped away. Look at them; they're all rotating out to A side here, and it looks like they're going to be deciding to leave mid open here. And what's interesting is that we haven't, so other than that second round, we haven't really seen either team go for that full mid control thing. Ooga Booga is going to be holding pretty far away with that judge here. I'm curious to see how this works out for him, especially given the fact that we're going to be seeing a lot of ults come out here. Just awful timing right there. So unfortunate here. They're both flashed. That was hilarious to watch here, but Tubular is going to be able to take out Series.
He's alive?
Yeah, somehow he's alive. They were both flashed there. Water Joby takes out Neon as well. They're still going to be having a nice two-man advantage onto OSU right now. OSU is going to be filing up. We see one of them trying to get up in heaven there, but Link is going to be holding it down. Tubular on the side here. All of that breach utility has gone and by the wayside now. But let's see as OSU decides, they're running around. They don't know what to do at this point. They with 24 seconds on the clock, they are locked now to A site here. There's just not enough time to rotate to B, so it's up to them if they decide to commit. But we are still going to be seeing a lot of utility fall out of the way onto OSU. Ooga Booga, Water Joby picking up a kill here. Dragonfly is going to take out Ooga Booga, but unfortunately he's taken out by Tubular as he goes down, and that is going to be bringing SFU to a 4-win streak.
I'm not sure how the map veto went, but I'm thinking to myself early that OSU does not look comfortable. They do not look practiced too much on Split. I mean, the 8 take there was definitely the better of the two sites to take. It was a 2-player hold there. The rotates really didn't come through, and you had a judge on the Omen. I think that was a very takeable site, and the utility just wasn't put in the right spots, and the trades weren't there to actually successfully take the site. And if that's not going to be a take from OSU, I don't know how they're going to manage the rest of this attack.
Absolutely. Link, he unfortunately gets kind of destroyed there with utility, but he is able to walk away. Yasa, he somehow survives a little bit, but Neon does take him out. The other Water Joby with a grenade kill on a concentrator, but Siri is going to be taking out Link. We're going to be dropping down to the 4v3 right now. SFU is looking a little bit sweaty right now. Water Joby is going to go down as well. Just going to be up to Tubular, and let's see if Ooga Booga is going to be able to take out Neon, and he is going to be able to take him out. Let's see, Series takes out Tubular, Dragonfly cleans it up on Ooga, and that's a 4-1 here, and we see OSU picking up their first round of this map.
When in doubt, rush B, my friends. Just like a pure aggressive B take there. Catching SFU off guard. Look at a little bit of a role reversal. Typically, that was the thing that caught OSU off guard from SFU, so good stuff from them. That's not a bad call to get them back into this game. A bit of momentum towards their side. A bit of economy taken off of the defenders here. That's definitely a good round, good call from OSU. It's more about what they do off the back of this here, as they're going to go for a bit of mid control. And they're going to be finding Link again. They always find this guy. He's always in the right spots.
My man Link knows where to be, but
oh my god!
He just took him out through the smoke! And that's going to be bringing us into 5v4. That's so unfortunate for OSU here as series goes down.
That's disgusting. He just knows the angles too well, and he's always in the right place at the right time. And this one is far from over. There was, never mind.
Link is so nutty with his hop right now, and I am all about it. We see Neon lonely on that B corner, just trying to find the kill through Garage, but unfortunately for him, he's not going to get peeked. But let's see what's going to happen here. We see Link versus Neon. This is going to be the rematch of the century, and Link comes back on top. He takes his rightful place back from Neon, and that is going to be just showing how amazing. This is Link's map. This is Hyrule for him. This is absolutely insane. We're going to be seeing Tubular right now kind of facing off. And once again, OSU, they're locked away, 3-man disadvantage, and they don't know what to do other than save.
30 seconds left.
I'm currently astonished. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, this seems like a fresh team. Like, it seems like he's been sitting out the last 2 maps. I don't know really where he's been, but it doesn't matter, I guess, if you show up on map 3 and you put in this kind of star performance for your team.
10 seconds
He's been
left.
so fantastic. Right place, right time. His positioning has been fantastic, and his flicks are on. It took him a couple maps to get warmed up. I think last map he got very unlucky with Neon just kind of outplaying him quite a bit and getting the better of him in these positions. But Link has come back to take the crown. Like you said, he is absolutely asserting himself as the top player on this server, and SFU looks fantastic so far in this defensive half. He's got 12 kills already. He has more kills than his whole team.
He has more kills than the entirety of OSU right now. This man is built different, and you know, Neon is definitely going to have to show up right now. Otherwise, it's just gonna. I think I have never been right with predictions in the past. This is looking good for me right now, and it's really looking good for SFU. And we're going to be watching OSU right now as they file line into B. That's kind of undefended, though. This is really unfortunate as Link decided to go A this time, but unfortunately, OSU didn't.
They brought the rotates. They brought the rotates through. This could still be defendable. As the flashes go out, Raze is currently isolated by herself. If they can get this frag before the rest of the team comes out, that might be huge. Yasa picks it up.
But this Killjoy here, this is actually pretty nutty. Unfortunately for them, though, that Killjoy ult did nothing other than push them off the site here. But we are going to be seeing SFU try to bounce back here. Link losing his gunfight as well off the back end of that. And we are going to be seeing not only, you know, this massive health disadvantage, but as Neon picks off Ooga Booga, we are seeing the 1-man advantage. But Tubular, the headshot on Neon, he literally clicked his forehead right there. Custer going to be taking out Water Joe, be finishing him off here. We see Tubular get a little bit of shots here. Please take out that turret for the love of God. But Custard takes out Yasa. That's quite unfortunate. Tubular's going to be switching out to the Phantom. Let's see what he's going to be able to pull off, but no, nothing. Dragonfly is going to take him out, and that is going to be the walking headshot from the enemy Vandal. Oof.
You might have been right there with Neon needing to show up, and he absolutely did. He found the op duel. Good job from him to hold that heaven angle, knowing that Link was probably positioned towards mid, not towards B, after the early utility came through and there was no early peaks. So good stuff from him to recognize that the B pushes have been, both B pushes so far have been successful for OSU, and they need to look to continue to build some momentum, probably elsewhere, because this B push is not going to work too much longer. The ops are both positioned on the same side of the map, but I don't think Neon's going to be pushing up here to find Link. But once again, Link's changing spots every round. This is very interesting.
Yeah, Link is he's really going for it, but we are going to be seeing literally a 1v1 between Link and Neon right now, and I'm kind of all about it. This is the rivalry of the century for me, and I'm just so invested in this game, especially given the fact that everything lies on this. If they want to go to finals, you know, it is literally just a one map advantage. In OSU, you know, they're down by 3 rounds right now. They got, especially given that what happened the first map, they have got to be sweating right now.
I think both teams are definitely in the nerves right now. This is as close as we could have asked for from a first series of the playoffs. There's, you know, actual hard cash on the line for both of these teams and all of these players, and a long season of success for them. They don't want to lose right away. That's why they're being so meticulous. OSU still has 45 seconds on this attack, and they have full mid control with Link playing towards the A with the off this round. And they know that as they attack towards the B heaven early, the flashes go out. Yasa completely blinded. The Killjoy turret comes out. Ooga Booga with the first frag, and they're going to be taking into this B site hard, but there's still one player left. Series finding a double, actually, to open that one up. Water Jobby's down. Ooga Booga is now alone towards this B. He needs to wait for his team to rotate. He's going to take a peek early and lose out to Series. Series, great frags from him this round. Link and... oh, never mind. Tubular finds one to get back into this. If he can find the second, this is definitely retakeable. Rio needs to run away here. Oh, missed shot from Link. And that's just a 1v3 now for Tubular towards this CT. Unfortunate as OSU takes another B take for a successful round to make this most likely a 5-3. If they can find this one too, the economy is going to be going downhill. Tubular's going to walk in. He spots the alarm bot, and it's going to send him back packing towards CT, running out of this site here.
You see, that is how you use Killjoy on attack, and that's one of the biggest things, is that Killjoy is somewhat useless unless you're really good at your gunplay for the first half of that round on attack. But if you can get the bomb down, then you have it. You've got all of that utility here to lock down. All right, there's an alarm bot here. I know if they walk past, okay, here's a turret. You know, I know if they go this way as well. Not to mention the grenades just doing massive damage, and that is how you play Killjoy on attack. And I just want to say, great play-by-plays, Brody. Holy crap.
Appreciate you let me do that. But I think a big thing I want to highlight as well is giving mid control early to the attackers is never a great look. I mean, the gamble was obviously that they were going A, and unfortunately they got it wrong. So I mean, it is kind of expected. If you get the call wrong, then you might lose out on the round. And the B takes have been so fluid so far. The utility has been great from OSU as they're going to look to take mid again here.
You're entirely right here. OSU has kind of been taking mid control. You know, I think the SFU's biggest weak point on pretty much every map they play is actually the mid control. If I had any feedback from them, it would be that. And I think that's actually a big reason of why they won on Bind, was because of the fact that there's not really a mid on Bind. You've got B long, you've got A main, but neither of them are really mids. You know, for lack of a better term. But let's see what's going to happen as Dragonfly is going to be holding this down here. Link really is going to be trying to do anything here to Dragonfly locking him down with that turret. What a bully move right there. And let's watch Custer as he backs him up here. Dragonfly is going to be doing what he can to just hold in. They know that there's players holding in the back there. And I think that what SFU is doing right now, instead of taking mid control, they are instead locking OSU into mid, kind of playing with their style against them. Whereas OSU really wants to take that mid control. SFU was like, okay, well, we're going to let you have mid control, but we're not going to let you get site control. We're not going to let you leave mid. You want mid control, you can have it. Series going to be starting off by taking out Yasa. Tubular also going to be getting into a gunfight here. What is happening? Dragonfly taking out Tubular.
This is exactly what they wanted. They saw that the A was open, but Ooga Booga finding his way out of the smoke, and Heaven finds 2. This is already down into a 2v2. No time left. They need to plant this spike right away, but the Ray's ult's going to pop off, and that's a 1-for-1 trade, and the health advantage is Water Chubby's going to be taking out with his ult. I wasn't sure what the sound cues were going on there. I thought it was just one Ray's ult popping off, but both Ray's ults come out, and Water Jobby locking down this round 6-3.
There were 2 Ray's ults there, and I only heard one of them. I think they ulted at the exact same time, but we saw that was actually pretty insane. And I'm at a loss for words right now.
OSU, like, the methodical attack has been working on, like, getting them what site to hit as the right site, but the plays and, like, the current individual performances coming out from players on SFU has been locking it down perfectly, and that's kind of what you expect from a defensive side of things, is that Ooga Booga finding his way out of that smoke. He's been a support player this entire time, but, you know, a hero play for him there in that round, and Good stuff from him and the rest of his team there, finding themselves a 6th round as Link's going to peek mid once again. Smoked off, though. Looks like they're going to... OSU's kind of lining themselves up in a spot for a B split. Let's see what unfolds in this round.
I was really hoping Link was going to be shooting through the smoke again just to kind of prove that he doesn't care if he can see or not. He just knows. But unfortunately, we didn't see that come out. But we're going to be watching series right now. Oh my god, what an... Okay, that's game sense right there. That he just knew that there was utility there, utilizing his satchels just to clear out that Cypher util. Cypher is crying in the back corner of B site right now because all of his utility's gone. But... Nope, he's not crying. He's actually just contemplating and waiting for the right moment. Jesus, I couldn't have spoken too soon. We're going to be seeing right now once again the 5v4 here as SFU just takes these one-man advantages here, and Link with his ult ready. Unfortunately, he is going to be getting dazed here, but Waterjoby's waiting. This is the perfect angle right now to hold out, and this is the angle that is so often underplayed. But if Waterjoby just put 2 bullets right there through mid, he would have taken a few shots there, but gotten a couple kills. Yasa is being taken out. Neon here to get the revenge. Killed Yasa with a 3K. What's going to happen? Dragonfly going to be taking out Waterjoby. Yasa, it's up to you. Are you going to be getting a 4K? Are you be getting an ace? We're going to be seeing Tubular come up from the back here. Yasa unfortunately missing that flick here. It's going to be down to the 2v2, but let's see. We are going to be seeing, actually, he didn't miss that flick. He did damage. He got a hit marker, and Dragonfly going to be taken out by Ooga Booga here. It's going to be down to the 4v1, or the 2v1, and then Tubular going to be clearing it up. 7-3 right now. It is looking great for SFU today.
That's the type of economy management that kind of wins you rounds there. I'm not sure. Kind of ult management, too, because Link decided, hey, this is the round I'm going to ult. We're going to plan that I'm going to ult this round, so I'm going to give Yasa the op. And he absolutely proved that that is where that op should have gone. Good stuff from him, holding down that B side alone after Waterjoby was forced out of heaven and Link was destroyed in heaven using all that utility. I mean, there's not much he could have really done there. Neon still doing great on his entries, but the IGL for OSU still sitting on 0 frags. This is not good. If they want to have some agency in this half, they're going to have to... Oh, that was so close from Link. Rio's got to start performing, and that's...
He does. Sure. I wonder if this is because that Rio knows that they need a breach, but I don't know if he is, a breach player. We've seen him really pop off a Sova, but I don't know if he's used to breach, especially given the fact that he's undergone some changes like pretty much every single season. This season, though, was a buff, so I mean, I'm assuming that should help out, but... Oh, but Neon is going to be taking out Tubular. That's so unfortunate because Tubular couldn't even see his head. Oh, no, you hate to see it. Ooga Booga going to be holding out here, and he knows that there's going to be a few people on the side here. He heard Neon coming through. He heard, Custard coming through. But we are going to be watching now as Ooga Booga finally finds that kill on a Neon here, leaving just one player on A site. And the bomb has yet to rotate fully onto A site here. We are seeing Rayo. Is he going to be able to pull anything off as he pulls up to A site here? We're seeing Dragonfly as well sitting up here in ropes, but the entirety of SFU is kind of waiting for it. Rayo is going to be planting. Let's see if that's going to be causing anybody to rotate right now. It's not going to be causing any rotations. However, it is going to be causing SFU to kind of stop looking and thinking about, those ropes right now. Rayo is going to be able to take out Ooga Booga here, and let's see. Dragonfly gets stunned, but he doesn't actually die. And I don't know if SFU knows that he's behind him. Waterjoby takes out Rayo here. Custard taking out Yasa. Custard taking out Link here. Dragonfly clearing up Waterjoby here, who had forgotten to look behind him. And we are going to be seeing OSU pick up this round.
Last round.
Another close one, but OSU, has really good post plans, to be honest. I think the positions of their players, knowing that, I think it's more of an SFU rotating all 4 of their players into heaven from CT, trying to keep everyone alive, but unfortunately that was their downfall because you had Dragonfly able to work through mid into ropes, and you had the Rays still available, specifically Series still available to do some damage from ramp there. And if I'm Dragonfly, I'm quite frustrated that they had a bit of a miscue there. Rio ulting towards heaven, stunning Dragonfly's flank, making that round a little bit too close for comfort, honestly, for OSU, but they still find it 7-4. Rio getting his first frag into the game, but this gamble stack towards mid on this eco, they have all the information, but I don't think OSU knows that they can push into this B-side for free.
They left the entirety of B-side free, and this is the round that OSU decided to push every single player through B-side right now. And I'm going to be completely honest, if OSU wins this one, that could change the entire tide of battle right now. SFU needs this win, especially given the fact that on the next half, they're going to be having to face a Killjoy that is on defense, and that is not what you want to do as an offense team. Killjoy is one of the most annoying defense players. Rayo is positioned perfectly. He takes out Water Joby, almost getting a collateral. He is going to be able to get him a double, though, as he takes out Tubular, taking out Neon in the process. And Rayo, he sees the head of Yasa. He's not going to be able to click it, though. Yasa taking out Series in the process. Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be down to the 1v3 right now, and Custard to be clearing it up here. Rayo with a 3K, Custard with a 2K, and that is going to be bringing us into 7-5 here. And like I said, having only a 2-round differential is not looking good for Simon Fraser, especially given the fact that they have to offense against a Killjoy right now.
How unlucky do you have to be to push through A and mid and not find a single player on the gamble stack there? That is so unfortunate. That is an all 5-man B push. Not even lurks. They can't even find a lurk and get a gun for that. They just had to go in dry fighting. And Rio on the op, without that much utility, there's no way to force him off angles, and he's able to just take all the heads he wants. So you're right. Killjoy on defense, 2-round differential. This is much closer than it was looking within the first 5 rounds of the map, going up 4-1 for, you know, or 4-1 for the for SFU, but now it's close, and we're gonna need to see what ideas SFU is gonna bring towards this attacking side. They look comfortable on this map. OSU looking not as comfortable, so hopefully their calling could make the difference for them. Water Jobby straight away, double satchels towards the ramp. This looks like a fast A push for SFU.
You gotta love Water Joby's mechanics straight off of Flight's YouTube channel, but let's see, Link gonna be doing whatever he can. Water Joby is gonna be able to pick up the first kill here. Water Joby coming around the back here, Link picking up Dragonfly, and as Water Joby rotates back around here, Rayo and Siri is gonna be getting a kill here. Water Joby on the double now, and there we go. It's gonna be down to the 2v2 here. Series picks up a Boom Buddy kill. That is always the most, especially during a tournament, that is just so disrespectful. It is now down to Yasa, 21 HP, a classic and a dream. Let's see if he can right click him right now. This is it, but he does manage to do it. He takes out Rayo. It's gonna be the 1v1, and he's gonna be fake planted, but he doesn't know Neon's right there, and that is not gonna be a fake plant. Neon gonna be clicking him. That's the end of SFU there. That was so close.
He didn't know Neon dropped. He was probably relying on himself to hear the sound cue, but that breach utility is just so unbelievably loud. I mean, it's the only thing louder than the train in my background is the breach utility. So I think he was not able to hear the Neon drop, and the fake plant wasn't, you know, he was trying to stick because I don't think the time was on his favor, and I think the stick was all right. I mean, it's one of those decisions that is very hindsighted, but the early part of that pistol round was looking great. The first 2 picks go towards SFU. I mean, that's such a hard comeback from a 2-man disadvantage for OSU to make, but they are really truly in this game, and they don't want to go home quite yet, making this map of split as close as physically possible right here with a 7-6 score.
Series is taking out Link for a massive pickup there to start things off. Neon is going to be able to take out his tracking dart here, and Custard picking up Water Joby. Neon taking out Tubular. Series taking out, oh no, what a fast, flawless round. Was that even 20 seconds? I didn't even start casting yet.
Probably
what
not.
Just happened?
The color casting just got finished and the round was over. There was nothing to cast there. There was a quick mid to B split, and the eco got the better of them. I think that's, yeah, the eco got the better of them. I mean, they just had no guns, and that's going to allow them to pick up all Phantoms and Vandals into this round with a lot of utility. So, not the worst idea to be like GG go next for the gun round, because you know, why not just get right onto those gun rounds at 7-7? They knew it was going to be tied after losing pistol, but what they probably also do know is that because of no deaths, the bonus round will be coming out for OSU, sticking on these Spectres and Judges and all of the above anti-eco guns.
I'm gonna be real here. I think that train in your background was actually OSU saying, hey, wait, we're awake now, we're coming through. And you know, I think once again, it's a lot of it really does have to do with the fact that you know, SFU, they really have to deal with this this Killjoy that's on defense now. It does change a lot, and I think that if they had a higher round differential, they might it might not be that bad. But you know, given the fact that they're now 7-7, you know, SFU's lead has really quickly been lost, and it's kind of surprising given the fact that we've been here since the morning, and it you know, it just comes down to this right now. It is 7-7, and we are so close to seeing you know, the end of one of these teams here, all of their hard work this season, but we're going to be watching right now as Custard holds this off from SFU's push all the way up through B. SFU is going to be doing what they can. Neon here with the Judge on site. That is going to be pretty massive here. Custard is going to be able to pick up Ooga Booga here, which is a huge pickup there. Water Joby takes out Custard, but Series trades it right back out. Neon still holding right here, and there it is, the fight, but Link takes out Neon here. Going to be down to the 1v2 though, as Series picks up an ult kill on a Link here, who is able to actually, I don't know how he ended up killing Series there, but let's see. Rayo, he heard the shot. Yasa not looking to his right in time, and that's been bringing OSU into a 1-point lead.
Good stuff from OSU there. I honestly thought that, like the pistol, I thought because of the entries and the way that things were going, that was going to be the end of them again. But they seem to be able to always claw these disadvantages back for themselves. And I think that's honestly kind of been a theme of the whole kind of the whole kind of series so far, as OSU has been, you know, taking everything that they have been able to get out of SFU, as they've obviously were the underdog just based on pure statistics going into this, but on the server they sure don't look like it.
Absolutely. Watching right now, Neon getting hit pretty hard with that breach util, and we're seeing kind of a nice mix, and I think definitely we're watching SFU right now go for these picks. You know, they go for that bog standard, leave the spike in the middle kind of, and you know, just kind of figure out where to go from there once they get a pick. But OSU is making sure that does not happen at all.
Another slow start to this round as SFU looks to be gathering the information, trying to find whatever they can with these sheriffs, as they only are working with those upgraded pistols. They kind of, but they don't want to concede this round just yet. They're not trying to push in through like they did on the last eco. They're trying to find these picks. Yasa almost catching Dragonfly slipping here.
Let's see what's going to happen with Neon here. Neon does pick up Water Jumpy. Tubular trades it right back out, but Custard also going to be making sure to pick up a kill there. He does take out Ooga Booga, and that is going to be bringing SFU to a one-man disadvantage. And Rayo here with the Odin. I love that glitch hop skin, but this is just so disrespectful. Oh, wait, we have a disconnect. Absolutely unfortunate here. Probably going to have a tech break in the middle of the next, or in between the next round here, but Dragonfly picked up Yes. In the meantime, let's see what's going to happen. Is really just down now to Breach here, as Link was actually still in the game. Oh, that's so unfortunate here, but it was a 4v2, so you know it probably wasn't gonna go that way anyway.
Maybe not.
Tubular.
The bomb, I don't know.
Tubular is going to be able to pick up a double, though. What is going to happen? Does Tubular even need Link? It's a 1v2 right now. Oh, let's see. He is able to actually manage to get the plant down, but Rayo cleans it right back up. And you know what? This is actually so unfortunate that Link disconnected at that exact time. That actually could have been the difference between a two-round disadvantage and a tie. But, oh, man, you hate to see it. You really do. Link, your internet service provider, really just, you know, the bed at the worst time. I feel so bad.
Oh, man, that's so unfortunate. I was going to say 4v2 on an eco. I mean, that's best case scenario to disconnect. Like if you're going to disconnect mid-round, a very unwinnable situation on an eco round. But Tubular did his best to make that so close, hitting like 2 insane taps. I mean, that could have been definitely a possible SFU round, but thankfully it wasn't, you know, a tied game gun round. That's kind of the only thing they can really look forward to. I mean, it's very unfortunate to disconnect at all, but that kind of turns things from bad to worse for SFU. The momentum was not in their favor, and now they have to deal with the frustration of a mid-round disconnect. I think a lot of the mental game going on right now has been a bit on the bad side for SFU, is everything they've kind of thrown at OSU on the attacking side has not been working.
Yeah, I think that, you know, honestly, it could really go either way at this point still. You know, SFU, they're down 2 rounds, which they really could have tied it up there. I feel so bad. But, you know, if SFU does manage to come back here, new prediction lined up. I think that we're going to be seeing it go into overtime, and given the fact that we have the potentiality for infinite overtime, I think this could end up being a pretty long game if SFU is able to come back and figure out what they're doing on attack. I think that if they do what OSU did last time, right, and they use this time during the tech break to kind of figure out, all right, this is what's working, this is what's not. We haven't really figured out how to kind of deal with all of this stuff on defense. I think that if we do actually you know, see them come back, that we could see them really have the potential to win here.
There's definitely a lot to analyze through the next couple rounds, and for the past couple rounds too. I'm not going to switch my prediction because as you probably saw during that little switch of scenes there, it's now nighttime. It was daytime, now it's nighttime. So I mean, OT is not really preferred by myself, but it would make the game a lot closer. And that'd definitely make things a lot more interesting. But I think my prediction was originally SFU. Things are not looking great for them, but you never count out teams at this level. you never count out the ability of, especially a guy like Yasa, to lead his team. He's been doing great so far. As the resident Radiant on the team, he's for the past 2 maps really been outperforming Rio on the other side of things. So maybe SFU can, kick their team back into shape, especially with how their season has gone. They've been so fantastic. I don't think they want to disconnect to really ruin the mentality of their entire season. So I think they'll find a way to rally, and I think this will be a lot closer, like you said, maybe over time. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're not going to get back into it soon. I thought
we were. I thought that it
pause.
actually had ended, but I guess it didn't. But yeah, I'm waiting for my man's Yasa to really come in. Honestly, big shout outs to Yasa, Link, and Ooga Booga on SFU side, and on the other side of things too with OSU. You got Series, Neon, and Rayo. Like, honestly, I am just loving the performance that I'm seeing from both of these, like all these team members here. But really, what I'm loving is, especially when you get in those certain rounds and you see these, you just see these like really massive comebacks and team plays that's all based on communication.
I think that's something that OSU has been showing a lot of, is their team play has been fantastic. Their communication's been fantastic. I think if they just shut them out for the rest of this half, then I'll eat my words of predicting SFU, and or OSU shows that they, even though losing bind the way they did, they can turn it right around and kind of just get back into what they're comfortable with. Their calling's been great, so hopefully, they can even show that they definitely deserve this win, even being the underdog.
Yeah, let's bring Kanashi back in here as well. I want to see what while we're still waiting for this tech pause, I want to see what Kanashi has. I just dropped my keys. What Kanashi has to say for our, what have you been seeing this round, Mr. Paused Camera Man? Rest in peace. Oh gosh, Kanashi, I love you, man. I want to get him involved here, but it's all good. I think that what Kanashi wanted to say is that what he's been seeing is kind of a reflection of what both teams have learned over the course of the last 2 maps. Really, what has been most impressive is, what's been most impressive is watching how OSU, they really took that first map. They really had this confidence, and then when SFU kind of figured out what was going on, they figured out what they were doing, OSU had to switch from having that massive confidence to kind of saying, okay, cool, we really got to take these things away. And one of the big things too, right, is that you've got Radiant players on both teams, so the skill is there. The skill on both teams is the same, and it's really just a matter of, it comes down to the team play, it comes down to the strats, it comes down to the gunfights individually, and it's just so close.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a way to kick off playoffs. I mean, you have the highest competition, you have the closest competition, and this has been so great so far. Kanashi, you're here. What's up?
Again. I don't know. Like, if I stand too still, I think my camera thinks I'm invisible. I've mastered the art of invisibility from Drax the Destroyer. Very good at this. But anyways, this whole match, once again, it comes down to the way how both teams are playing it out. Like, individually, we've seen, Link doing really well with, the op, passing it off even sometimes to Tubular to even get a shot in every once in a while, or letting Yasa have it to hold down a B site. That worked for them on defense quite well. But now that we're flipped sides, OSU is now bringing the tempo and pretty much bringing it up tempo. It's something that we've seen OSU do on Ascent when they were just straight running through it like Drano. That's just how they did it. They did really well there. And we see this now up-tempo attack coming out here on Split. So SFU didn't have the chance to really hold that down as well as they could, but now we see the flip side of it. They're willing to slow it down and kind of change up the pace on them. It is something, once again, like when you play a team more than once, you start to pick up on little things here and there, and you have to change up your tempo. It's the same way as like in other sports ball games. You can't just like always go fast. You have to sometimes you have to press the brake a little bit and make them think, oh, well, they're not here yet, so maybe they're on the other side. And, you know, it's just really fun to watch these two teams. Once again, they're very neck and neck. And you were mentioning it earlier, Arties. Both Sovas that we've had on the last two maps are now Breach. And those two things do switch up a lot of the gameplay and the way how it played out. When you have Sova, you usually have a lot more utility. You have a lot more information coming in. Meanwhile, Breach, you do have a lot more utility in terms of blinds. You have a lot more you literally have 3 flashes that go through walls that can't be blocked. So that is something that, you know, especially on a longer map like Split, where you know that teams want to run an op, I feel like the Breach play has to be like on point, or at least understanding where the op is at that moment. And then once again, the other big differential was the Cypher versus the Killjoy. With Killjoy's nerfs coming in, you know, you have to stay within 40 meters. So you're either playing close to your utility and playing close, or you let Cypher run the site and you can play wherever you want at the cost of not being able to do as much damage as you would like if you were playing Killjoy.
I want to run you back on one of your points, because I think it's something that we've been seeing throughout the whole series about tempo. And this is why OSU has been able to catch SFU off guard so many times, is because for the most part they're a very methodical information-based team, and they've been hitting sites based on the information they get early rounds, because they have a great center. They have a great system that you can visibly see by watching them play, within, you know, having defined support roles, a good IGL, a smart IGL, and they know what they want to do. So that's something that has been great, is when they pick up the tempo, that's what you saw making the attack so close, the attacking half for OSU so close. The reason they were only down by 2 rounds is because they had so many of those quick B hits that really shifted the momentum and the tempo and caught SFU off guard.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. It's really about pacing, and it's really about how you know, each team is able to say, you know, quickly learn from the last round and say, is the enemy team going to be adapting to our strats? Are our strats going to continue to work? And honestly, every single map, it has been, as soon as the rounds change, or as soon as the half flips, you know, we've seen that kind of shift up happen, where it's like, you know, all right, SFU is losing, boom, half changes, oh, now they're like doing great. Oh, OSU is losing, switch, oh, boom, now here we go. Because you're entirely right that they lose that momentum.
Yeah, and we were both discussing this in terms of going into this third match. You know, SFU is coming off of the back of their bind win, but OSU has kind of the same like map geometry when it comes to Split versus Ascent. And both of these teams are really just playing off of that. Like USF or SFU, Simon Fraser, started out with that momentum carrying from the last game. It was like, okay, we're gonna hit with 4 early, and then OSU started to find a little bit of a rhythm coming into the later half of that attack push. But once again, like, I feel like once OSU starts getting settled, this is gonna be where the Killjoy utility is gonna help them out. It's like you can lock down one site quite well with just a Killjoy if you need to, and then that kind of gives them the ability to shift and figure out where they want to play. But once again, you know, the score line at the moment is 9-3, OSU with the lead. It's going to be really interesting to obviously see who moves on, but also to see who they end up facing off. We won't know that until tomorrow, once we get into, you know, semifinals and finals, but both of these teams look like really good candidates to keep moving forward.
I think so as well, especially if you know, like, given what we have seen, you know, from both teams. I think that they have the ability to make it all the way up to finals if they make it past this round. And one of the things is, though, going into kind of the meta conversation right now, is that we are kind of out of our tech pause timer, both these teams, even though there has been a disconnect from Link. Unfortunately, the pause timer is running low. So if Link does not come back soon, things could be looking bad from a meta perspective. I think that we're getting word that he has returned, question mark, exclamation point.
They just said ready. They just said ready.
Alrighty.
We're back.
Wonderful.
Into it.
Kanashi, thank you so much for your amazing analyst. I love you. And Brody, let's go ahead and jump back. I'm not a simp, but have you seen his bow tie?
There's nothing wrong with sipping for Kanashi, to be honest. I don't blame you. But you're right. There's a little bit more of a pressing matter at hand, so we can jump back into this last map of this best of 3 in the quarterfinals of the GCI, as it is a 9-7 scoreline. SFU needs to make themselves heard to get back into this game, as they're starting to run low on rounds to drop. Neon gonna look for this early B pick. He's blinded instantly, tries to shoot through the blind, but does not find it. This is gonna be a quick B hit looking for SFU. All the blinds come out. The frags are gonna go the way of SFU as well. Good stuff. Only one trade back. Oh, the double trade back series with the grenade takes out Link. It's going to be a 3v3 onto the site. The bomb has not been planted yet. They're trying to find themselves into the post-plant spots, as Ugabuga's going to TP up towards Heaven, but he gets caught out teleporting. Waterjobby, instant trade, and now Rio will take him out with the Odin, leaving Waterjobby in the back of this site in a dire position. 2 different angles. He pops the ultimate, but unfortunately Dragonfly takes him out. Good stuff once again from OSU, proving that they are a super strong defensive team yet again.
It really does come down to that Killjoy. We saw really a lot of stuff with, you know, that turret and that alarm bot. It, like, you know, even though it wasn't utilized to its fullest extent, that one little second of hesitation that comes out of SFU from thinking, is there an alarm bot here? Is there a turret here? And that does actually, you know, kind of take it out, even though Dragonfly didn't even have it set up, I don't believe. It's those little things here that just shows how powerful Killjoy is on that defense side of things. And one of the things that I'm really ready to look for here is Link with this op. We see it come out. We have seen him perform with the op before. Brody, what are you expecting?
I mean, it's been a while since he's really been in this match. Think about it. He had 12 kills like a couple rounds into this match, and he's only at 15. He had a great start, but he needs to finish stronger if they want to win this one. SFU really relying on him to outduel Neon, who has been a lot better towards the second half of this game.
No, you're absolutely correct here. And I'm just watching Link right now just do what he can to kind of clear the site. However, he doesn't have sight lines onto the rest of OSU, who are just holding a site from these off angles. And, well, it looks like, you know, SFU is going to be kind of committing to this A push right now. Once again, kind of harkening back to the fact that SFU does not like those, that's not good at all, as Neon takes out Link here, but Ugabuga is going to be taking out Neon here. Dragonfly trading right back out, taking out Waterjobby as well. This is going to be changing things up here. Rayo taking out Yasa. It is going to be down to the 2v4 situation right now. This is not looking good for SFU yet again. If SFU does lose this, it is going to be possibly the penultimate round, and we're just going to be waiting for this. Series shooting through the wall, is able to take out Tubular through the wall here. Ugabuga trades it out here, doing what he does best, is getting those trades. Ugabuga, though, with only 9 HP, he is going to be ulting on to B site here, but unfortunately he chose literally the middle of nowhere, and Custard had just lined up that site. It is now 7-11, and this is not looking good for SFU. They have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds in a row. Wake up!
This has been an insanely clinical defense, though, from OSU, picking them apart. It's weird how many times, I mean, it didn't happen in that round, but it's insane how many times SFU gets the first man advantage and still loses the round. That just, like, the game plan is so strong, and the utility coming out from Rio and Custard and Dragonfly, everyone is using their utility to the fullest to provide for their teammates to find the frags, and that's been an absolute massive plus from OSU from this entire defense so far. And if they want to win this, it's going to continue. And SFU's got to do something quickly because they're running out of time.
SFU is going to be attempting this mid control right now, but Series is going to be holding it back right now. He's utilizing that boom buddy. He's utilizing everything. He hears those shots go out, though. So here comes the grenade as well. However, we do see that Waterjobby's already pushed out. And Waterjobby, he holds that position himself, so he knows what to do. They are both going to go down into the red now, but Neon is going to be doing what he can to hold out from here. And that is going to be, you know, it's going to be Neon versus Ugabuga right here. And if there's anybody that can actually win an op fight without an op, it's Ugabuga. And so I'm really hoping that, no matter what, SFU is going to be able to come out of this and not lose, 9-10 rounds in a row here. And let's see what's going to happen. Rayo is going to be doing what they can. There's the utility coming out from Breach here to stop things. Dragonfly going to be coming out here. I just love seeing Rayo with the Odin here. Water Joe be taken out serious, but Dragonfly and Custard going to be picking up a kill. Dragonfly picking up a triple kill here. Just down to one. Oh no, it's literally just up to Ooga Booga. What is he going to be able to pull off right now? The 1v4 situation with a Spectre. And unfortunately, he meets the op with Neon, and that is going to be bringing us into match point here. This is so unfortunate for SFU.
Match point.
If there's one guy I want to retake a site with for the rest of my days, it would be Rio. This man he's been using these 3 flashbangs on the Breach so well for so long on these retakes. Dragonfly off the back of that gets a triple kill. Good aim from him to knock down these sheriffs, and the buy round comes in. It's do or die on the buy round here. Link using his ult last round, I believe. Not really too much value. You have the one ultimate on Yasa, which could be absolutely game-changing if used correctly. If they find the first pick, like they have been in many of these rounds, then that ult could pay absolute dividends. But Neon is so aggressive towards the mid. Both ults coming up for the duelists on this mid. And Sirius is going to find a pick instantly.
Here we go. We're going to be seeing both the races go down right in the beginning here. But what is super important is that after we see that Cypher ultimate come out, what needs to happen right now is that SFU needs to kill Killjoy. If they can't kill Killjoy, their entire push could be completely negated by that ultimate here. And let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be the 4v4. This is down to the wire. If SFU loses this, it's all over. Let's see. Neon going to be holding here with the ultimate ability right now, and the spike is going to go down on a B site here. They've committed Killjoy. You see the ult coming out right now, and unfortunately for OSU, it does not hold the entire site here, but Rayo is going to be killing Ooga Booga here. This is unfortunate. SFU, you are down to the wire here. Yasa going to be going down by Neon. Neon going to be trying to end it all right now. 2v are going to be taking out Neon. The 2v3 right now. Dragonfly is going to be diffusing, and there it is, and we see OSU take home the win. They get the tie break, and that is going to be bringing OSU into the next round of the finals. And we have just witnessed GCI history right now as we see OSU come out 2 maps. Oh.
I am always down to be wrong, and I will always admit when I'm wrong. And I was wrong about my prediction. OSU, absolute kudos to you. You guys, you have a great system. You look like you can make a deep playoff run. It was a great series. I'm so happy to have casted this one in the quarterfinals. This was absolutely fantastic. And hopefully Kanashi can provide us some context on that last half
I
of
do
the map.
believe that Kanashi was frozen when we had him on, but I think he's good now. Let's see if he's going to be able to come back. But yeah, that year, I agree as well. It was such a good underdog story after watching that first map, right? Especially after, given how, SFU was able to come back for that second map. But, that is the way the cookie crumbles. OSU, they have their structure. Rayo as an IGL, clearly, he is on his game. He knows what strats to pull. And especially once you have those slight advantages like a Killjoy on defense, and you finally get your Opper into the game, it was just over. I believe we literally just saw OSU win 10 rounds in a row to back it up. Kanashi, welcome back to the realm of the living. Kanashi, what do you have to say?
I was kind of fine embracing the darkness, but I guess we're here now. But honestly, this game was really, really down to the wire when it came down to that half. We were discussing that when we had the tack pause in the middle. And you were right, Arties. It is 10 rounds in a row that they ended up taking in order to bring this back from what was originally a 7. It was it was an 8-3. 8-3. And then they brought it all the way back. No, 7-3. The 7-3, and then they went all the way back up to take the game even after the switch. So, yeah, that's something that I wanted to point out. In particular, when it came down to utilizing their kit, Brody nailed it on the head. Like Rio being both IGL and also using his utility to the best advantage. You see him flashing just before he lets his teammate swing, and he ends up getting 2. We saw that when they were retaking A on that second to last site. It's just really well timed and well coordinated team that OSU has here. Honestly, it was just it was kind of cool. And obviously, I feel like if you give Rio an Odin, it's like that whole thing of like, this is my child, you cannot take it away from me. Yeah, Rio buys an Odin and never drops it. That's kind of something that we've picked up on throughout this match. SFU, on the other hand, really good season, honestly. They played to the best of their ability, but we did see a lot of really good use. Once again, like Ooga Booga, Link had that amazing early round play with the op, and Yasa was just able to get some really good peaks. Tubular being able to flash a Water Jobby, you know, getting picks here and there using the Boom Buddy and the grenades in order to just create space for the team to take, especially on their defense rounds. Sadly, they just couldn't figure it out on the offensive rounds, but honestly, just really good gameplay coming out from both of these colleges.
I mean, you nailed it on the head. That was a great summary of that entire series, of that entire last map of the series. And if we were to summarize the entire series in a sentence, it'd be like, don't pick a cent against OSU next series for whoever plays them in semis. Someone in chat from OSU was saying that they haven't dropped a cent yet in this entire,
I believe it. I believe it.
I absolutely believe
Just, yeah, I mean, there's a reason that I hate Ascent, and I think it's because I've been going up against OSU every time I click ranked. It just puts me with them. And yeah, dude, that was just so amazing. I have, you know, Kanashi, those were some excellent final words. And, well, I'm excited for what games we're going to be seeing tomorrow. So, Kanashi, you want to take it away?
Yeah. So, once again, we will be back on tomorrow. But before we sign off, I would like to thank LMU, San Jose State University, and the Academy of Art for organizing the tournament and showcasing all of the collegiate talent that we do have here in the esports scene, especially in Valorant. Big thanks to the production staff, once again, Wits, Daysdream, Forrest, for giving us, you know, the perspective and in-game client so that we could actually see the game. I have to give you guys all props for that. Christy as well, for helping us all get everything together. We had that struggle 2 weeks ago where I had to do it. That was pretty rough. So I really do appreciate that. Got to thank Christy and Blue Jay for helping out with organizing everything as well. And most of all, thank you to everybody who tuned in today. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Follow RU Esports here on Twitch to catch the grand finals and semifinals tomorrow. And we will have everybody here. Once again, congratulations to Oregon State University for moving forward into the semifinals. We will see who you guys are going to be matched up against tomorrow. And big thanks to our sponsors, Esports College and Career Pathways and Red Bull Gaming. Once again, I'm Kanashi. That has been Arties and Brody. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys right back here tomorrow.
It's delicious.
Triple kill! Boo-Boo taking it out. Oh my god! Boo-Boo with the 3K clutch at the end there. Being the double spray transfer. Oh my god. Very low health. But let's see here. Cold QB is also very low on health. Zap holding it, going in. Yes, punch it!
You never stop calling me crazy, but you the one that's fucking crazy. And it's time for me to run.